Ale Fons. Munaninte bota maili tu. Ite beden kiliju. Ale Fonsaje de. Ale Fonsaje. Muna dabo sanka baluo. Me useni dabo julalema. Juloka manla maje. Ni aja manla maje. Suluo simmeneleda. Useni mansata. Alale amansandi. Mbaro da bodima. Mbaro da bodima. Numukunda da bodima. Alale bate jola. Mansole bate jola. Aye Gambia bondi bata kono. Imaje molu bele se wota. Arabe nyinkera Manso be nyinkera Usen bota nyani dobo. Dobo gaye Usen. Anata kombo tumami. Londo nata kulli. Okaye lo adabo. Ayado kuoge Gambia Gambia kaye Mandela. Mayinduru kema. Alafo salida bokema. Adale bate joda. Jilansi sedima. Kanja mane dimma. Sali suare dimmalem. Jari jalo dimma. Jari fulo dimma. Tida sise dimmalem. Munaninte tata mailitu. Munante nimpumbole mude. Juguna. Munaninte bota maili tu. Ite beden kiliju male lala. Ni useni fata dami. Nte juguna nyanta fala jele. Mandela do kuoke. Gambia bebe jelila. Gambia bebe se ore. Lumena Mandela minada. Wolunta be pipeline. Birinda bo sanka julojita. Akonte nganta tube. Wolumonu bere kampata. Bari wolya mamari mulo. Woli ba mamari mulo. Ala be nyinkera Manso be nyinkera Ale Fonsaje. Keme senja menyoli be no koinja yole. Fala songo nyule. Ale Fonsaje. Ayeji Biwombendi abunne. Biwombendi abunne. Gambia badiale. Yabunda yabo badia. Aji yamuseka badia. Aji sukaina kabadia. Biwo bediale de. Biwo bediale. Amaru badiale. Amaru sane badiale. Lamini masi badia. Lamini masi badia. Kemosi se bedia. Kemosi se badia de. Ala jukonde badia. Yena tujalo kema. Ala jukonde badia. Biwo bedia bunne. Majamba bonyamba dia. dia boja sangaraka malike malem makulu sale kema yebi wabali abune ya suku singate jula.
Yo, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sehu kalbe kantong yiri pang bantaba bi tenel lumba. September karotel kanin sayo the 18th of September 2023, 20:18 p.m. right now across the UK. 7:18 p.m. in Gambia. It's 9:18 p.m. in Europe. Ngal bismillah kachatu current affairs so internet lumba alweda wadambal konton pake kal jayi fanong. Routine le alkal wati kumal men bulal kanal ka platform la moy much appreciated bal tentolo la back in bal jay la fama be doa date la komen ka jamen rek ka fo alamon do nanyin kata kono bismillahir rahmanir rahim nga fonda kono alhamdulillah rabbil alamin na duwa ndol klin nal ni na dimbayal na duwa kairo fana na banko na duwa tenkungola na patio vanang na duwa e bake ni na alfalu sapante frawol na duwe alamani manin ka forkele and in that regard be New York call be control na sangola brother Lamin Silla the brother Imam Mohammed Lamin Silla wala banda jenye watu binni ni Lamin Silla exchange audios ka sango kontonga alfa balom New York Sato kono they have lost a unifier, a venerable imam alamani manin kafokala alamala ya so la jan sene wala alamala salami lebu anin sabante freto malbe na doa sasa tol fane alamama se tala la sasa bonita mbokay mang lana bismillah yuri kana banta ba tay londi fukki fanok juroom ñett ci wari september si current affairs so programme bo xamne ñoko boka e ñaanal suñu rew Gambia di ñaanal suñu parti bi ñu ñaanalante jàmm ñu nak suñu jobot yi ñaanal ñoo xamne ay aji jiite lañ te ma ngi jaale suñu collègue suñu brother Lamin Silla nek New York brodam bi moy Imam Mohammed Lamin Silla New York mo gëna aduna dafa dem Gambia fu la gañu ma ngi jaale Gambien si nek New York ko ñaanal yalla xare ko ajana te ñu ne ko xamne la defa amon ité nit play a very prominent role New York fana dina bi taxna ne sax dafa dampen the spirit of protest bu wara xew fofu xam nañ ne vice president bi moom fa ak ministre si ak Ibrahima Gorgui Sankare kay Lamin Silla sawaron torop waaye broda moo gaañu so xawma naka la waaye mu ne dina ma update fona dina update nit yi naka la affaire bi taajo foofu ci affaire yi plan protest bu ñu war a def New York démba gis nañ Sénégalais protest against Macky Sall New York waaye xam nga Sénégalais ñoom amuñ caaxaan ñun Gambian yi ñun ñoo dee toog suñu protest is always a big issue te ñoo toog di xool Sénégalais ñoom bés bu nekk dañ ko def New York France ak yeneen réew européen tubaab yi depuis problème yi ak Macky Sall bi commencé Sénégal yi tooguñ ñu ngi protest waaye Gambia bu problème bi starté bam protest lañ organise fii ma laaj leen has there been any protest here apart from bu gaay New York génna bu Adama Barrow demoon New York last year has there been any protest within Gambians yi organize protest fii man yëguma ko de ñu ngi toog si plateforme yi ñu ngi wax si audio yi thousands and thousands and thousands of audios la Gambians they génne si all the forums soo dajale audio yëpp dina aga thousands soo demee forum bu nekk nga compte kenn daaxu ñu génne audio nag Sénégalais ñu ngi protest bés bu nekk or every other weekend te dañ dee toog gis ci Facebook bi démba sa gaay protest na New York protest bu mag waaye ñun ñu ngi toog ñun suñ protest bi is limited in the WhatsApp forum si doy na waar dinaa dugg si waxtaan boobu noonu te I hope to have my brother here Melvin Roberts. He's a lawyer. He's a member of United Democratic Party. Pour mu xelal ñu affaire yi this continuous detention of Mamadou Sabally ak Bayo Sonko foog naa tey la 72-hour constitutional limit bi war a elapse comme lu ma lay wax fii rek when it comes to the law dama dee bëgg a sori so loolu te I will invite koo xam ne moom loolu mooy area am loolu la jànga pour mu ñëw ñu wax ñu opinion. Melvin Roberts will join me suma pare dinaa ko text pour mu join me ma wax xalaatam waaye man as an analyst danaa jox suma xalaat so mbeddu nakka ca kono janne Melvin mina ngamera nga update lon in regards to UDP la campaign manager Mamadou Sabally you know signal fulan nyamoti abita into police custody ala follow keda December le ma fa ngamera last year just before we welcome 2023 Mamadou Sabally almost 10 days kele in detention ofana ya grego coup d'etat kera aborted coup or alleged coup d'etat manzakunda ye Mamadou Sabally kumandi ya sindiji ala diamo ina flani coup d'etat ko tekindi la nyolo banko dingol gulta na fasa ala na rajisma bonje man na charge ko charge sol withdrawal okay all right so ñene be kekam but this is the second time ya Mamadou Sabally muta ko ya muta dalilo mena kumale fo against public official bari yani mune ko takindi ñola wala ñing faro men keta 2 PI officers may their souls continue to rest in perfect peace ani musundin killing Ansi Jaw wobe lopitan and saying alama alaya suja tekende ala this tragic incident men keta on the 12th of September just 6 days ago video kada government spokesperson Wofan Tarambulu spokesperson Ibrahima Gurgi Sankare nata diamu kuma yenfu kuma kanam fo anu nga mol moy le ka fu ko Adama Barrow nyante Gurgi Sankare sakla le ata sakla de kara kana lifetime is hani Ibrahima Sankare mu wuli yale fo hani Ibrahima Sankare mu luwale tinya as long as Ibrahima Sankare la diamo is directed at United Democratic Party ka UDP attack ka UDP tapas rightly or wrongly Adama Barrow te Ibrahima Sankare bondila in fact akawole enjoy Adama Barrow bukala fi ala dokula menna ko ka kondan wala moti menka United Democratic Party la ko mulu nyawndi ka United Party to nondi Adama nasi medayo dino fon la badila la bi Adama Barrow nasi medayo de Ibrahima Sankare la badila la so it's wishful thinking ni momo kasila bunkono wala kata Facebook ka foko Adama Barrow nyante Ibrahima Sankare bayda wala ite ngamre you are living on another planet so ale ngam fon dahandi wala Ibrahima Sankare is not going to go anywhere as long as Adama Barrow will remain president Gambia Ibrahima Sankare in fact ning Adama Barrow sa promote no ba promote lare but Sabally hani saying ya muta ngamar arami solungu hani say bije hani Bayo Sonko no ikabe no hunger strike la bari ko ajaratu yam sek wala tata diamaye anu benena Fredo Gomez fonantendo la bake ngajala be diam kan facture la life kunum fanan ngaja mo jamale be diamo kam Gambia dinken lolu molbe tonya fo kam ko wolbe tentu ke jayi bari ndol Gambianolu ndenata diamo Gambianolu le bake bi mbe sito wulele fisati na diamo folo nga mone fo nga ñine ngaro leke kabiri Adama Barrow sita protest jelle kata jan diaspora sanyi worawla ni wato kono Senegal wole protest jelle organize Senegal wole protest jelle organize mbebe sire na bungol kono somanda ni donta forumol kono wash of dia o audio fon ni man la la hajo kala ita be la moy lano wala nan te bani audio be moy ken dahu ñu gene audio nak why when he says go out and protest Gambians will always find excuses. When I say Gambian, obviously I'm not referring to everybody. I'm just referring to the majority. And that is the hard fact. For you wahante dega. Sainte fongo sitale. Tonyalo yaya jame kidole babulunum. Barintolo purkan mara adiata bakele. Gambia. Gambia no maro diata. Yaya jame sojaro le babulunum. Wala ate tamendi. Aka sojaro le use. O jongula le use. Ate tajirenta yatale. But Gambia no purunga na together na keloke wo is very hard. Nimbebe kela opposition ola. Opposition or hani sign manano together under one umbrella. Opposition be lore afayenne. Mbebe na kelol ke kam fayi. And Adamala main target was United Democratic Party leti. Because GDC Adama yolu I will Barako bondel I finished because I will la kumukumba jamale bondiji. So I'm a UDP man or back UDP I don't killing all bondiji, but the greater good of UDP they stay put wala na UDP Adama be fair of Kroka. Na audio mo inta mari la audio nying malafika play jang. Importance di mulla meli alonko, to be honest de la jero to imalo e kamen fo modole be Gambia very disturbed I NPP ko do la audio kinam woko ni case be banna dawoda UDP party o wote sotala ay wala fo ala is on record ako NPP ngol si dabo ni nyoto bari ni investigation o me alonko ni PI official father ako case be banna dawoda NPP ko ning UDP ning parti dole be nyosa balo yuri so we mene tande bele ga manika kaw moy ko ateyal ni lonne ko akoyta te male ko man sa kundabe UDP ban lale bare bring ni ngaw mare diamta me audio kinyana Gambia ngay ko alade ay hakilo di hadama di wala pour ya use 5 common senses Macky Sall tonyal ay Pastef ban Senegal le. But Pastef Moneke, they went out into the streets, demonstrations, more fata over 50 plus. Ga UDP man protest command Gambia. Kume ala kata kiti bundala. Hani nying Usman Bojamel ko the alleged murderer of these 2 PI officers. Adamata kitindela, NPP ta kitindela, abita judiciary le. So what judiciary whatever establish la ko for kitio ya boyle for kitio ta boy and secondly what judiciary le ba tan la ko for ntolo United Democratic Party na bulo soto nyintole jojo le bokala so ni manke NPP ga kuti amanke cabinet la decision di is the decision of the judiciary so nga ko ni mo bala audio bon la ko te kijo faran ni monala the High Court left on a decision or left on a judgment of heart, if UDP is implicated in this, then you can get worried. But NPP supporter somewhere sitting at the end of the court because ning barola man sekunda e sembo soto court de don't lawyer kumba jaite te burla National Assembly. So Jojo fanembe decision otala excuse me pour que parti do tono de nyin ko bala UDP, it has to be based on evidence. Nka dukara alen kana paranoid because evidence jaro wole betadil la kafuko UDP as a political party wole nyuswa and woman soto UDP has no hand in this. Nga ko tete la yesino because adamang hani mune kata te wulla reka kaga decree le pass ka UDP ban be kumen kata court no kata fituno le mama na Gambia no fituno kata adama fituno because mansa kunda man rai soto ka luwatinya. So lafita diam because malafika amare la audio play jam because ni kanyo audio play first time after I play la bodin ko ni kanyo audio play kanyo lu jam bandile because UDP online bandaba is a big platform. I'm not blowing my own trumpet. We are not blowing our own trumpet. It's the biggest political platform in Gambia in terms of viewership, in terms of live viewership. We are the biggest political party platform. What is a fact? Indisputable. All right? Mavoko, the biggest platform, the biggest political party platform. All right? There's a variance between, obviously, Ndolomanke, the biggest platform in Gambia. You know, in Ndolomanke political platform, I'm talking about biggest political party platform. So, nka Maria ko manta follow ngai ne ko mbe play la le nka ko mba play la pour mo ya moyi but after that a second thought nka Mari be unnecessary importance le di kamula because Bantaba is a very big platform. Government officials listen to us. People in Senegal listen to us. More than in the sub-region, they follow this program. So, ibe audio play la jang. Therefore, under accents ak mana. All right. Why need togrek? Why do I need party nangam denko bay? We will cross that bridge. Lola angale we will cross that bridge when we reach there. Purunga ban party du yefi chahan. Yaya Jammeh sulon lona Yaya Jammeh ban na UDP bu yaga. Aliou Ndiaye ndem si yàlla fona Aliou Ndiaye la APRC supporter boobu noonu de base ñu ko ñaanal yàlla ya xare ko ajana kooku bu UDP jote woon ak APRC kooku waaye Yaya Jammeh did not ban UDP. Matter was taken to court. Why did Yaya Jammeh and the time Yaya Jammeh soldat la woon civilian bu simi soldat bu simi uniform waaye Yaya Jammeh toog so naka Yaya Jammeh mënut def loolu what about MPP nañ ko def nañ ko def danañ fa àgga so UDP ngol alingan kumole fa ntolla problème dama wolom ni aje kodo le kala banko kan na kambembali along opposition na together na nonsense o nyinga kele so lafital dani la wolla bari ni Melvin Pareta mbatinga Melvin contact text nga jibe tanjuma la be lafla nala because lafta ina diamu nying loyal la kuola okay mang Melvin sort of maybe I will be busy but Nadia am to nyularo and aswale kabinala so maybe na in a message he would come okay na brother maybe Germany sorry ngela miss call jele but I think I'll get back to you because a lot of meetings my hands are tied because we are also organizing a protest in London on the 19th of October mbe audio play la jane mama de sisala announcement on ngaja nyani forum ko le defana ndi am na suwa kan wala na flyer paletal be flyer ninjala na t-shirt nga sample ke je and the audio is now in the groups ngalon sister Fatu Wale will be makoro kelale na sister Dobi my camarade defana ya start like say tunko wall and everybody momo be affiliated in that group we will share the audios promote sa je protest all the jam on the 19th but yalo me make Gambia tilimbalia jai dole sorry I was attending a lot of meetings today time I even call the meeting but I'll return your call so jaay doole sembo ka waafi meta kawando kala gane ka adama baro kawandi adama buga mulu danku adama mu fale bi adama te jela because adama yine ko sembo ba tella adama be o level olet advice te kala jang adama be min lama adugar ala bulaka adama advice adama sayang man jari momo ko adama advice ka time le wis adama bew tale saying farati tale power is in his head ka tali UDP ngolla le ko mbal butongo lo la nyimbanko kan police ol bentella on onda because mom may understand ye momodo sabale sindi police station ora ni bayo sonko arami salungu ye nyini ga sinya killing arjuma no ngama arjuma le mota arjuma sibiti dimas arjuma le mota sibiti dimas iman fe nyini ga up to today ikoye charge in fact Melvin yang correctly let me correct because ngajele molba safikan ko ngama pamudo la safika foko section kaya mo ko under section 91 of the criminal code but Melvin ada safijanko ako is section 94 not section 91 of the criminal code was section 91 nga screenshot of jane threat of injury to public servant a person holds out any threat of injury to a person employed in the public service or to a person in whom he or she believes the person employed in the public service to be interested for the purpose of inducing the last named person to do any act or to forbear or to delay to do any act. You more loyal language, bear with me. All right, loyal language, okay? Connected with the exercise of his or her public functions commits a misdemeanor. So after Melvin Yininkala Manila, I hope we don't reach there. I hope these charges are dropped. But what is the penalty? Not 3 years, and I don't know what that means. So Melvin will come and explain that to me. I saw that in the text here. But this is apparently Gambia police rule. But Sabali was not formally charged. Well, I think now. Iko police olu murta because formally charge ka kaito samanare ka mo charge me alon ko signature mantara bala wo manke formally charges ali amo Dr. Lamin Mane la birata kerfatu iko wo manke formal charges already so police ol ko be murlale but up to this evening brembe factory live jibe kam nane Fredo Gomez de amtaji ate jikila title ko bibe bulalale but you know what Adama Barrow you have in Gambia is 7 hours. It's 7:41 right now. Okay. 4 hours, 19 minutes. Otherwise, the police then will be found wanting of false imprisonment of these two people, according to the Constitution. So I hope your Justice Minister is advising you. I hope Gambia Police Force Allah loyal bal advice can because nalma nyunu bula bishuto then you will be culpable of false imprisonment. So Melvin is going to come and explain this. Lafita pour Gambia government long and mengena important jang okay one device on so ngamna no Melvin nom so mengena kumayata jang constitutional ko ni mo muta and 72 hours left to explain that I'm more confused. Apparently, I'm working hours. Jamaica miracle working hours like be 5 o'clock to the 72 hours. 72 hours is just 72 hours because you have 24 hours in a day, another 24 hours, another 24 hours. So up to midnight today, inyanta nyunu bulalale or ye charge and they charge like that the courts all sorontale. Courts are not normal. So you suit inyante bulalale. Ni be charge la fana ye bill yeta. But ni e bulaje for samare Adamala Mansakunda Luatinyale, police Luatinyale, and what should follow that? Because more important than Mansakunda Manyana Luatinyala. because dalilo me atina isabali wol kumandi ko sabali wol wale tinya iko bayo sonko wale tinya luwa police le ka info but in police will funkere luwa tinya la then what sort of country would we be living in? And we are watching closely to see for Adama Barrow abenyola rights abrogate lale ya Adama Barrow police will the constitutional violate lale because nale constitutional violate there's alter moral authority sort of have banku dingo the constitutional respect so ale mira jamni ala make so ale Momodou Sabally Bulai say so kono bi anim bayo sonko because nali bloody for sama then you would be accused and you'll be culpable of falsely imprisoning or putting these people in detention. Illegal detention. You'll be illegally detaining these people. And then summoning commission of inquiry nata, IGP Sanyang, any DIG show, atol bebe luati nyalale. And ali miracle. Sembole benu nyimansa kunda means o sembole bi yaya jame gambe luwati nyala diata nyame ba biali adama luminala ifanang ite authority sotola so no matter what alkana gambe luwati nya ntenga mera kabiri nyimansa kunda sita ma kalamuta bele ngamo ine Freda Gomez ba fo kanko ya detain for 4 days but most of the time ika 72-hour limit ika respect le enila kumbe kabiri sita by and large but in Ningalia that for the first time because the pressure is from MPP militants or lebal pressurize kan alkali bula sembo batole adama imira ko ni lua tinya then momo iteni because mo manyana kala banku din kendo manyana lua tinya banku dingo manyana lua tinya limbenga lua buna. So this is going to be very interesting how things will pan out. We are watching the situation. We have to say that very clearly. Nalia feel like I'll be charged under Section 94 of the Criminal Code. Okay. Melvin, I've sent you the link. Check your WhatsApp. I've sent you the link. You can join by video. Please, thank you. One if I joined, I don't know whether you want to have a say on this before Melvin, you know. So 70 hours.
Yeah, say lega mo lakodi.
Yeah, but the volume is low. Let me increase my volume here. Yeah, go ahead. Wonderful.
Yeah, amaraka baga, you know. Umfamara na do manim platform of busy tala but bring ko be glaning landin na sa la benda nyola su anung landing akita nyawa you know mbama bada sa do menda bada ulda no I grow up him so bala family do
na samolo jara pren call delay
ngala family lon so and then to be honest personally I was indeed very 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 sad ala squem bala fa bagale and then at the same time ala sayam bala fa kasi mira mo may along katata jara lola nyamen India but India nyamen them I think maybe nyato ninyeng ko tamit will look into all those things because India jara lo this is not like a lot of victims are coming out of it right now so na healthcare system of nyamen Gambia I think we need to look at it for ourselves government yanda mul makwela ko baga so wokomala to conclude with that mbe burankol be kontona sangla jara mo me Gambia mo me and naso kunda in particular. So, with regards to say Momodou Sabally and Bayo Sonko issue, we can have all the legal, you know, legal analysis for Sama or Janin Jari, but I think it is not applicable to these people because I remember it is a matter of decision making. It is not a matter of law. Baroe so-called panel Londi and then member je wala molbe system ko mena ko they know what is right and they want to do the right thing but are they the ones in charge? That's the question. So ning ye panel londi me alon ko ye molka nyaton ko the president of la londi those people are answering to the president and then wol bel think president please wol be lori nyin ko be la ka make so just to do anything me alon ko wol be diala president Adam Barrow to loy and then wol be diala ka jok fanan ko in the process mol me alon ko ilafta ka bala fa yita ñun la kawol comme Gambia no nim palaso nim ño bayndo dro wala bije but naman ko ñun ko is very very clear fo ñante release la fo ma ñante release la so même bije wala ñinti ko asi du ñaaw ñanga da hakilo la comme dabo ya fa ñame Ning ye mama sabali bula this time around. Let them ita kitiola. Let them take them to ECOWAS court. This is not the first time iba arrest kang. First one ya arrest le ma charge. Second one ya arrest. Ya understand. So ning hold 72 hours from mol kan nyo sabala. To nyalam luwa le afo. But luwa nyim fon yalon luwa ka memfo luwa ka interpret nyameng ay several method lesson. But you have to one of the most important ones is the theological one. Wala nyidi ko mene luwa da mune mo nganiot. Basically, this 72 hours stems from a general principle. You have to present the person before a court of law within reasonable time. So, Nico reasonable time, will interpret the Mojamaya 72 hours fast. But among the 72 hours mu fix la found. Ni tara ni muta ya interrogate, il after information on Nabulu, ya so de maso, but ya process on your banda. So I meant to will kit Abula Hajola. Ya fam. But they are trying to exploit the law by any means possible. Any law menu card da molama law na buka perfect. Law ka nyamati yakele aka tapale law fa ko corruption. So they take the loopholes from the law ye mari nyol mo then beyond the 72 hours. And this has happened in the Gambia. In Nene Freda Gomez left yakele in Nene Freda Gomez it is arguable ko ya tochol. Ya understand? They must handle that. Will be mu kule de menal ko be balora record sol konole. So ni ngara sabu le ning isula na boda je fana sulu fu gisula wakil ay samba ECOWAS court of law ya understand I yala families of distress men at least ye jusu nyaboron soto wala anun to la nyim banko ko ton bula ni tata ECOWAS court wol kam ne nyini ka they ask for millions several thousands and thousands in of US dollars ndal mun ko wala ben banko ko so bayo sonko the same thing applicable 72 hours ni muta wala banta droit bantale ya family so wo Gambia la constitution no matter what technicality they use will be immaterial there at is irrelevant because ngalo briye muta time moment these people they at that juncture briye nyininka first question and answer session of banda they were not at liberty to go home so the detention begins it's already past 72 hours yeah understand so there is no point in
Friday isn't it
Friday they were called in ngamba postman I think they were saying akoye kaite dam Friday so that was like Friday ngama nyimba fokango at 4:30 they were asked to
okay technically okay nim 4:30 later the station order so 72 hours has elapsed right
yeah the 72 hours has elapsed so it coming said you came home coming they know what they are doing exactly they know exactly what they are doing. They are doing it because they think the law is on their side. Yeah, understand? Anu seli nyin kacha be nyamen niaje akuo balafa Gambia la ko enda balafa amanka bayo sonko di o Mamadou Sabally or anybody Gambia la ko balafa because niaje be menketa the major incident that happened in the country number 1 the police all membung ye fa near Mamadou Sabally muta you are not even helping the family of those people because Mamadou Sabally has no connection to this Gambia bele wolo bayo sonko has no connection to this issue investigator from la kuma kan ya itandile komenko even though ngalon ko follow lafte to let implicate like by niko UDP lafte to bele frame la UDP but kibaro nata boy to from bulu ko hani so say membe je dro wala nyini ko instead of nga focus number 1 nyimari nin kidole nata ay nyul bung
okay wonderful hold on 1 second say to reba fokango Saturday Sunday is not counted. So it's Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. I seriously doubt that. Say, I spoke to a lawyer, and he says it's just 72 hours. 72 hours. It doesn't say 72. If they have said 72 working hours, then Saturday and Sunday would not. But the Constitution did not say. Yeah, the Constitution did not say working hours. The Constitution says 72 hours. So 72 hours, 72 hours. The weekend has to be counted. It has to be wonderful, isn't it?
It's ngela mol ka sa fende yalon kome yalon ka kwete man buka hanim fam barandi wala fa the 72 hours regardless ya ben the Friday le fe Saturday le ban Sunday le
72 hours weekend is wrong. If anybody says that it's not counted, that person is wrong.
This law, like I stated from my beginning, I wanted to talk about the police. This law stems from the idea that you have to hold a suspect for a reasonable amount of time. For a reasonable period of time. This has been challenged and tested over time. So, Nico, we debate about it. It's debatable, but coming 72 hours like upholder in most jurisdictions. So, coming, you want to use technicalities. Neo ye drong ilafta amari is the state want to go around it to use loopholes and technicalities to detain somebody beyond 72 hours. But 72 hours is 72 hours. There is nothing like a Saturday or Sunday or public holiday. There is no such thing. 72-hour period. It's a 72 hours.
whenever we all live in the West, in the Western world, when they say working hours, and that's why they say working hours. If they have said 72 working hours, then definitely Saturday, Sunday
Exactly.
will count. But it says 72 hours, which is very explicit. You don't even need to consult a lawyer on that.
And this is not even complex. Even the legal system has remedied this in a way.
Yeah.
Imagine right now we are in a holiday period, right? Okay, but holiday period they have this holiday vacation they are sitting. So you cannot say, I'm not able to arrange this person. You cannot say, I'm not able to make filing before any court. So to be honest, I don't want to spend my time talking about this. And it's a debatable topic. If anybody is raising it, doesn't mean that they are clueless or anything. It's a debatable topic. But generally speaking, it has been struck out by the highest courts in the world, including the European Court. MoMA upheld 72 is 72. European also anyway, this is enough with that. So these people many along if the police are really serious, I think right now the issue of gun in how do you prevent this? Because there is crime, there is punishment, there is a preventative measures. Punish because I punish deterrence measure. The intention has to be there to deter people from doing it. But you also have to take precaution or preventative measures. What are they doing can make sure more me yalongo kidol be able Gambia. What kidol can use police attack in future.
Okay, one thing left on that debate, program structure. I want us to come to part 2, the issue of this, but left aside focus on Sabally and this guy, because the family members of this alleged killer, mutale, but bulale. Na bulale. So I want us to, because the reason I'm Melvin Samanandang, whatever, yes, this 72 hours to me is very critical because it's violation of the laws of the land by the state. And then no problem. Why should the government violate the laws that they themselves say they are protecting? Because the whole reason why they call in Biosonko and there's Sabali, he called this the Yelualetinya. So if you are saying that but why you yourself? Because this 72 hours is very explicit in the constitution, and I think Gambia is ruled by the constitution of the Gambia, 1997 constitution. I don't think I can banko mara adiata nyame luale kasamba. So ni luwa ko yemo muta inyanta charge la ya bula within 72 hours. Then Niman Sakunda Yotinyante it should be a grave concern to every citizen because 72 hours should be respected. You either remove the but it's gone past 72 hours because you moved around 4:30, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock today, 72 hours elapsed, and they are still in detention. So is Gambia government culpable of violating the laws of the Gambia? Is the police culpable of violating the laws of the Gambia? So the Gambia police will be then what is that? What country are we? Are we a banana republic, or we are not? This is so concerned. I don't know whether now argument.
This is all. Legal. I don't think it is. This is all. It is not.
But my point is, is it right legally?
Come beyond 72 hours.
Yeah. Is it not a violation of the constitution?
It's a gross violation. The violation is so clear. Exactly. So no matter what is happening here, yeah, understand. You cannot link Mamadou Sabally or Biosonko to any crime. Is not a bailable offense. There are crimes that are not bailable. Yeah. This has nothing to do with any of those crimes.
This crime, in fact, this section 94 is bailable. It's a bailable whatever. Is a bailable.
Yeah, really, they know what they are doing. They know exactly. If we are going to talk about it, we can just talk about it. But they know exactly. They know it, but the political class. And police the police are somehow walking around the clock to satisfy some political elements. Problem. NPP called for these people's arrest and they were arrested. So Nico the legal fengo, they know what they are doing there. It's just a matter of decision by politicians. So the politician only decision make la Nico ali bule be bulala. But Nico can bullet bulala. Yeah, understand. So but what I'm trying to say is Muliman care wala barona lamol at this moment. Okay.
Musa said Ingela miscalled you, but he's commented on the page. Ateko say Ture is right. Weekend and public holidays are not counted in the police tactics. Musa, do you have any evidence or anything that shows that weekends are not counted? Because that will be the most idiotic thing. I'm sorry. Because 72 hours is 72 hours. It doesn't say 72 working hours. I really want explanation on this. If you can call back and explain to us on what basis It's because Melvin Diamtale, Melvin Konyeko, 72 hours is 72 hours. Melvin would have told me weekends are not counted, but he did not tell me. But we discussed before on air. Akonyeko 72 hours, and 72 hours in English is 72 hours.
Fairly.
How can anybody interpret that to be a working hour? Because because they employ like after 37 hours, it's your working hours. Exactly. 72 hours in English is 72 hours.
Sabali la case common for 72 hours wala nang ko nde ta discuss la 72 hours po nyende dem fam badan la because Sabali la nyin case be nyame. They got all the information. Yeah, understand. All the conversation necessary between Sabali and the police was held within a day. Yeah, understand. There is no such thing there. Come and make it a first big post. Yeah, understand. We want to know what was the motive behind it. Blah blah blah. Sabali karandale. It's not difficult to process. He can write his own statement. Period. So anything beyond that, I am not even going to get into it. It's constitutional for 15 days. But as long as the general idea is reasonable time, it will violate Kana because they know exactly what they were able to process this person within the 72 hours period. Yeah, understand. Even within 12 hours, they are done with Sabali. Nina interview can maybe go okay, as a cannot in a day because Niba can in fact man for police will go get. But you should be informed and if anytime you feel come conversation on come mentally or you want to take a break, because if you're having an interrogation with the police, you need to be given all that options. Yeah, understand. So any police officer no interrogation or I'm tired, I want a little break, your little coffee break delay. It's okay. If you are reasonable with it, it's all those things are permitted. So what Kamala maybe Nalia suit is okay, I'm going to for summer, then someone in a continuing. So we'll be tamitale. Yeah, understand. These people could have processed Sabali within a day and they are done.
Yeah. Mr. Dr. Mane the first day that interrogate. Second exactly. And third, they just sat there. They didn't say a word to them. And again, 72 hours, I'm laughing at police will encourage because more dolka weekend is not counted. Then we are technically encouraging the police to violate the laws of the Gambia.
Let them go and defend that 72 hours when they are taken to court.
Exactly.
Let them go. Because international standard more be along 72 come and bring jam for tolam. Yeah, understand. So if you are there in Gambia telling people we cannot book account, public holiday book account, book account. If you go to ECOWAS court, you go and explain that there. Yeah. I'll not participate in that debate. So let them do that. But somebody let them go. Yeah, make sure you let them
okay, Melvin has responded. Melvin Kono Musa, the constitutional 72 hours mandate for the police detention is simply 72 hours. It has absolutely nothing to do with weekends or public holidays as in the High Court, as in the High Court rules when it comes to computation of the time. The 1997 Constitution is the supreme law and it is not subjected to any form of interpretation where its meaning is plain, unambiguous English and plain language. Thank you, Melvin. You see, sometimes we try to get because in police some civilian weekend is not counted. So we are encouraging the police to keep people. English is basic English. You don't have to be a lawyer.
I will not participate in this debate. It's very simple.
It's very simple.
Online, but I'm very convinced because 72 is 72. What damn phone woman can come in karab. But police on fanal phone, it'll fanal phone ya run. This is why I'm saying it's not even debatable. They know it. They just kind of play, merry-go around with it, because more than they want to keep them longer. That's
in fact, one of our saying it's good. There's a former security officer in Gambia who has just listened to the show. Akonye Sehu, what these people are saying is not true. 72 hours is just 72 hours. Weekends are included. This is a former police officer in Gambia. So, I'm already the program all American. Basically 72 hours. There's nothing.
It all boils down to one thing. It all boils down to one thing. Decision making from the political class. Period. Case is politically motivated, and I cannot wait for us to get to the second part of it because this has nothing to do with what had happened, the crime that had happened. Yeah, understand? This is a major. I can. The only thing that was similar, but I think that was the 1981 killing of one Malonyadi by Danso. Danso killing.
That police Mustafa Danso
Mahoney, the killing of Mahoney by Mustafa Danso. Up to this day, and even this is serious than that because we're more killing them deliberately. This is two people. Yeah. We are talking about one of the one of the most serious crimes ever committed in our country since 1982. So it can investigate. And I want to say something here. Yeah. These people, they deliberately put the lives of civilian political civilians at risk in that country, because they bring Ifintita to make clarification on the issue. They deliberately omitted the fact that this person is from Casamas and this person was an MFDC member. MFDC Kuanying, if you can remember very well, it only came up when the journalists asked them a question about it. It did not come from their statement. But it only Gambian in Senegal, Gambian being a nyolon. Ni atar nunko kabrim from the get-go. Ya foko de nga kiditio de nga mutela mala kido soto follow de bari ngalonga amari bota Casamas le. Casamas dingolom nyinti. Adum pira bundiro fana ka porta tata Casamas le. Ni ofo den mol balon na tonya mune be keri. But brio to tuje rek sa ye sobo dundi. Most of within that period, even as a keno security, as a keno NPP supported, as a keno another person the mealonko from Maria feel ko nye moment fanga mari lona wala na dendal. Aita a Yankuba target or I buy a songo target or UDP or anybody. But they deliberately and the National Security Advisor, Abu Jeng and
Abubakar Suleiman Jeng.
Yeah. Abubakar Suleiman Jeng and this guy, what is the name again? Sankare, Ibrahim Haji Sankare. They omitted this statement. Kaitan Dikonyin Suda is a Casamas native. You understand? And was a member of the MFDC. So Naranunko, Itolman Pareka Molni UDP Fainyoka. Why is it that Imon Yinblato Kwendi Molma? But saying Imotoke, itate Sabalimuta, itate Bayosonkomuta, saying the suspects Molman suspect no. Mole Mamad Sabal Lumbak, Mole Bayosonko Lombag. So now you are making it look like Bayosongo, Mamadou Sabali, they have something to do with this. This is ugly.
Okay, wonderful. Abaraka, MB Krobali also wants to come in quickly. So MB, Dolebe UDP online bantaba page or use Kako said, please check your WhatsApp messages. But I haven't got any message on my WhatsApp. I don't know whether that's you, Tunko. I have just checked my phone. I haven't seen any message yet. So Marlon Jumaro, one of the admins, just tell me to check my phone. But I have just checked my phone. I haven't seen any message. So if you are about to send messages, please do. But let's take MB Krubali quickly. He wants to come in and contribute before my line Soliele. We go to the issue of this the killings. Discuss that. MB Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Abaraka.
Good topic. Government discourse is something very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
When the fire, we can be technical about the 72 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But what is most important is reasonable time.
Yeah.
I am a Gambian that fought against Yahya Jammeh very hard.
Mm-hmm.
I am ashamed today as a Gambian
mm-hmm.
that after when you kill me baking,
mm-hmm.
when you battle me baking,
mm-hmm.
you move in big pattern,
mm-hmm.
then we're back to square one.
Mm-hmm.
That until Gambia do, Malodo Puna Doke, Luka Gambia no Bondi Batak, Luka Jarakida Nadi Gambia no, Luka Karambun Kendo Nadi Gambian Kore. The best serum Bafrako Mundia Lunka Man Lefila Warai Naman, the political party. You don't marry the killer. Member Kigan Sabalin in Songola. Member Kigan Gambia Ting Wo Gambia din Nabi. Abe Banna.
Wallahi.
But Gambia don't be celebration online. Ya Jame Fana Afro and any PVP. Molko Ali Kula in PVP law. The same thing they were caring. As a Gambian today, I am not angry, I am not mad, I am ashamed. And I'm from a nation where leaders don't want to get together to solve our problem.
Yeah.
Problem of hunger, problem of education, problem of good health care, that we have continued to engage our lives into nothing but fighting each other.
Yeah.
We are very good at damaging each other. We're very good at fighting each other. But we're very worthless when it comes to putting our minds together for the advancement of our people. It is a shame. Today, every Gambian should be ashamed that there is even actually somebody in a corner celebrating that somebody deserves it.
So you mean some people are celebrating this, MB?
People are indeed celebrating it.
Wow.
I have seen people celebrating it. I have seen people joking about it.
Wow.
And it is a shame. It is a shame because after they are done with Sabali, when Yahya Jammeh was done with the PPP, he turned on the Gambian people.
Yeah.
And it took 22 years. But the moment we know that we have a problem. And the problem is today we are worse off than ever.
Yeah.
That black people, Africans especially, and Gambians, we have a lot of problems in our hands.
Yeah.
The suffering there is so much. Alintel fanang na balabang fayabang na puro fanang kachak na puro fanang kele na puro fanang kele to the point me anong kung afu kung ko bara Gambia ko bara Gambia krambu kung ko bara Gambia healthcare ko bara Gambia but Gambia ni ko inta watching what the government after government is trying to see how they can stop a political party or their opponents or anybody who is not on the same political lean. I am Thank you so much.
MB, before it, what message do you have for the Gambia Police Force? Because now they have violated. Nene Freda Gomez has just shared her story with us, how the ordeals he went through. This government violated this 72 hours limit, and she took the matter to court, and the court ruled in her favor that they violated her right. And now they are repeating the same thing again in the case of Sabali and in Bayosonko, because 72 hours were elapsed this around 5 o'clock today, and they're still in detention. What message do you have for the Gambian police?
The message I have for the Gambian police is that the law that you're abusing right now, you were Gambian before you became a public officer.
Yeah.
That same law is going to be used against you or people that are good.
Yeah.
The reason we abide by the law is to make sure that that same law doesn't come and hunt us or somebody else doesn't use it.
Yeah.
We are citizens that live in the country, and this government, the security officers, we have all seen during the TRRC. Each and every one of them came and said we were scared or we were trying to do our job, but most of them knew they were doing the wrong thing. But they kept doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But iko model bije model wa afukanya apo nie moje bi Gambia security forces ka ko but behind the scenes they come to you. I don't believe in this. I don't think this is right. But when you see them publicly executing their duties, they're convinced that they're doing the right thing. But when they come back to their senses, they themselves admit to you that what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Gambian police force needs to understand that they are Gambians before they became security officers.
Yeah.
And that when they put off that uniform, they're going to the same mosques.
Yeah.
They're going to the same naming ceremonies. They're going into the same households with people that are ordinary Gambians like them. And someday, when I close with this, the ones that are very powerful today are going to be the vulnerable people tomorrow.
True.
The reason why you want to do right today is so that when you're vulnerable, the right will continue and nobody is going to tramp on your rights.
Yeah.
But I am very embarrassed for the Gambian today. No Gambian should be angry of what is happening in our country. We should be embarrassed as a people that we continue to fight each other. We continue to fight people we don't like, but we're not good at coming together and bringing about development for our people. Those people in Basse, I have seen them. They're suffering. They don't have water. They don't have food. They don't have electricity. They don't have health care. That is what the fight is about. The fight is not about that Sabali talks too much or Sabali is a member of UDP or a member of GDC or somewhere else. The fight is how do we better the Gambian people life in the Gambia. I am embarrassed as a Gambian. Thank you so much.
Yeah, more love to them. Thank you so much, MB Krubali. Thank you for your brilliant contribution. Program structural. I think we should just give people a lot of time to call in today. We limit our analysis because most of the time we are here talking. So I just want to be fair. We do the sensible thing. Nene Freda Gomez, if you check your WhatsApp, I have invited you to join us. If you are able to join us, because Nene was at the police station today. She's an eyewitness. She saw what happened there. Maybe she can give us account. I know you said this on Kerfatu. So Factorial Facebook Live, but if you can kindly join us, that would be appreciated. Because I haven't seen Melvin yet. He's commenting, maybe he's busy, he's going to join us. But I told him, caller, please just bear with us. Maybe 10 minutes. then one if our analysis should not go past that, we will definitely open the lines today so that we have a lot of callers. They want to comment. So we'll give maybe good chunk of time to the callers today. So when I'm telling you quickly on this, I don't know what you have to say. The second part. Keba Sabalimbe call back. You'll be the first caller. I will call you. Line Jolia. Love to men for like one if I will the Yemen for Jang. Okay, thank you, Melvin. It is very shameful and it's very, very unfortunate that national tragedy attention has shifted from that. Now it's all gone to the political opponents of the government.
Mm-hmm.
Something that is unprecedented in the history of our country. 2 of our officers cowardly murdered by an unknown assailant. Well, now we have an alleged murderer, Hussein Bojan. They said alleged. It's an alleged. We don't know. He's not found guilty yet in the court of law. He's still innocent until proven guilty. So now instead of us focusing on that, the investigation will focus on the police tell us Kido Fongola discuss. The weapon should be a subject of interest in this investigation. They are not talking about that. Kido Botamintole. Now the whole attention has shifted to Mugodo Sabali and Bayo Sonko. That is really crazy. That is really unfortunate when we are trying to establish the facts surrounding this murder of 2 young people. They deserve justice. Now the government is trivializing that. Since that press conference, we haven't heard anything from them. The whole attention has shifted on social media to Momodo Sabali and in Bayo Sonko. But in Tenying, I respect I don't want to be to go that low to say Kafoko. I don't want to stoop low. Kafoko Manta, the process of the investigation allowed. I have my doubts when it comes to this government. Whatever they do, I don't trust them. I have said that here loud and clear, and I'm not shifting from that position. I don't have trust in this government because they have a track record of lying. They are government spokesperson. Today we have seen a statement from Gambia for All calling on the resignation of Ibrahim Haji Sankare, because what Ibrahim Haji Sankare said, in fact, he should if it was in the West, the next day he will tender his resignation. We all know
very
that. The next day he would have tendered his resignation, but he's not going to resign. Nama resign, Adama should have fired him, but we know Adama Tabaila. But what Ibrahim Haji Sankare said, he has completely now cast doubts, a lot of doubts in this investigation, because he jumped the gun. The security forces he lied. Basically, he lied. And in an investigation, when the government spokesperson, many President Kasika Tabulubula, and there is something that I wanted to say, but unfortunately I cannot say it because I don't want to put somebody out in Gambia in trouble. But love it for in Kumo, Ibrahim Haji Sankare Memfo, I cannot put on only him. Okay, Ibrahim Haji Sankare Damani far from away. Nimu cool to me along with Belea Wolela mentality. They want to stain UDP in this. Ibrahim Haji Sankare Musupa Kanja Mauti, another afuntita. Yalo Molma me understand Barola Mansukunda. Let me share something with you guys. Baro a different group all and that's why this government is so chaotic. Ibrahim Sankare in Baro Anila in Ikamen Kata State House. Wanala official line, common security forces official line mentally fatally. So State House you can see like a cool Kata Dama. So unfortunately, this is why Ibrahim Sankare gets so irresponsible. Ate ningin yare me Ben Suare fan na cage and ataja na atata ni Baro Kachata. Atata radio for coffee time. Ako he so Ibrahim Haji Sankare. So when the official line was taken, that's where Ibrahim Silla came and said he in fact Ako Amalo when that was discussed. Where Ibrahim Silla in fact was saying that this was in discourse. So Ibrahim Haji Sankare ni Adamaka cool kachale. But what Adamala security outfit and everything will mail out do okay. Well, like a new situation of the kachatale, atenatare he went overboard. And he's trying to stain UDP in this. And Wofong investigation of Wandifa, I have put it in disrepute. In disrepute in the sense I need Hana Tonya about the investigation of how can Gambian imagine Bangkok now the narrative that people are saying, Iko dolba fokan ko mansa kunda allegedly mansa kunda le fongo nyinke, and that is very serious. Say mo dolbe wole ngunu kan and mune wo sabu Ibrahima G Sankara la diamo
because of the vacuum Yemen create.
Exactly, because Ibrahima G Sankara la diamo say banku dingol kan ñoo call ka fo in fact even on social media le mol jele ba fokan ko fangol le wande dingol fa e ko plan wala ke pour que UDP to nondi but it all fangol ñin carry out because mo ba fokan allegedly
mbadude
huh
mbadude yalon me kundude sorry just 1 second kunu nga audio do la ma jane bet ñinala mbato fam fala atondi Fofana Fofana yalon nga fana mo UDP NPP nga bay ñu lañu a plan da bang amam plan di am no the conspiracy person momo kala mo yalne ndebuka conspiracy theory mu ka bay but one thing I'm going to say very clearly wala ñu diko the circumstances surrounding this murder are mysterious. 1 and number 2 something is not adding up. Yeah. Ni kwol nyin kafu nyoma anywhere anyhow ye calculation on nyin gap o katu jele. When will the gap be filled? It's too sensitive. More than Neoboraja, I will not sit here and speculate. But something does not make sense.
Yeah.
Over Molie. No do to Wanyam. And it's Fofana Diamuda Kachara Kunumbake. I audio that Faka Yego. Bimbe Diamula. These people we call demonstration of Banta Gambia. Fofana la Benjam Foka Kunala ala Diamor. So they are a member for a be tata. Another Wolenico. As from this incident, il after scenario create la mealongo. Whether il after create la o market, but from this incident, il after jelago sign demonstration of Banta Gambia, protest Banta Gambia. Because these people understand the Fananco protest is a threat to the presidency right now. Because especially in light of what is happening in Africa, especially in light of Mulbe Badar in Gambia. But Adama Baronya Melona wala iniko fuare alama jaw followed Gambia kono. Ye fuare jaw jel nasir. Corruption no narana lawo kan. Ye nakaro lawo kan. Wallahi Gambia nim fitno wulta hani bi Adama Barrow la wulin because mo do fuare yarene corruption no bi nakaro nata lawo kan. Aranya kujama leke Gambia me alon ko they have not been accounted for. Nobody's ever been held to account. Nga fo jende nga fo nga fo di fukafo. Abdou Dabo abaramata nyaadi le mo para ya bum berola aplola physically amanke komenko abe borikane osom para le amuta bum berola aya timo kati aya nyingol kati anyin sa fo nyin nani ana timo mu me be. Karamon Jai abe borikane abe bulaka moto la protest dula to para ya bindi asin kilometer to banda aya singoni a koma singo asin kilometer banda ayo ni moto koma singo la rimoli panyola aya singo tay ala ankulo tay literally ala nju among investigate understand so police will find it a video ke iko they are happy ko be UDP ko be mantora la in fact left UDP ko le findi these are PIU officials ako mang investigate ito le afo police moment leadu da ko ne ko ba investigate they never investigated the matter ya tuwa nyama ubari je kujama police le ko men yalongo butero lam ba detention lam nothing happened there understand so what we are telling them is until we are not going to threaten your offices but what we atole fonko community policing is one of your priorities. How can you police the community when the community don't trust you? If a police officer misbehaves, none of these people that you are employing as PIU or general duties, none of them are saints, none of them are perfect, and they should be held to account for their actions. So on this one, I call out the IGP. The deputy IGP, I already know, has a tainted record. He's very happy with brutalizing UDP, and we are going to deal with that appropriately when we take government. There will be no mercy whatsoever. Even if Double get a president of the summer, Akabe solar quota easily, it is not going to happen. Because you cannot brutalize us during the time of the Jame regime, Yamola Booty. In this regime, Yamola Mantora, you want to celebrate that. Double a swoke on a Tiagaso fighter jail. Double a swoke on a double the Mala age is above 70. Double Musol, you can predictably say, very comfortably go. If we are 50 and above, and they could have health complications. Double a swoke on a Molsitara no Jemenanko Kebal mood. The Tiagaso fight freely, Teman noje, Kuman noje. It was not even investigated anywhere in the Gambia. This is what we are saying. That the police are literally rogue elements. And no waketa aka extremism breed. Nite kuonde. Mota falante ko kido chiketa kelok. Ndeta kela. Ndeta gun violence. I don't think ni kalamuda ko ba kala mbe wanyara. Understand? I will not be part of it. But what we are saying is Wala some of you get it wrong. Nal ko ala fo dabo yala mol control because dabo control be control no. Ndefele media mo kanya media ranya na dia ranya savo. Can dabo control what I'm saying? No. UDP cannot control every single person who says anything. So in the same way, the entire country, Adama Barrow and the police cannot control the action of every single Gambian. People will get angry, and some people, when they get angry, they do stupid things. And your investigations in the future and the collaboration that you need from the community will be greatly affected. In the community, police or crime or comedy, nobody is held to account, including incidents. Many the police know what I'm talking about. There are certain incidents, many they have not been properly investigated. Police only manhandle, they have not been properly investigated. Videos that are viral of police officers beating people. People still have these videos in the archives. Nobody is held to account. Nobody is even investigated. This is exactly what we are saying. You should not do this. And with regard to the young officers, said I want to talk to these young officers. Some of your leaders, they are compromised because some of you are young, you do not have the rank, you are not known by the president, the minister, the political class, the opposition. They don't know you, but they know some of these people, and they definitely want to please. Some of your superiors want to please other people, but this is what you need to understand. I was not on the scene when this incident happened, but I can tell you that at least one of the two officers who died would have been alive today if President Adama Barrow in fact cared very much about the police. Because two things that are very important to the execution of your duty were absent. Number one was a vest. A vest is something that is widely available across the world, not just in the Western world. If you are put out there for any security operation, for any operational purposes, nowadays you need to have a vest on you, a bulletproof vest. It is not that expensive. You can order it as an individual.
Just to buttress your point, instead of him giving out that $1 million bounty, why couldn't he have given that money to the police to make them look better? But exactly, crime committed already. Now you are just going for political expedience, political games. Or ni momo ninja one.
But I'll dissect that as well. So if these people were wearing a bulletproof vest, which is not as expensive, especially for a government. In fact, the United Kingdom or the United States or even Russia or China or any of these developed countries could have given them a lot of this for free. These people who died came from one of your elite forces, one of your elite special forces, because the anti-crime unit is a very instrumental wing of the police forces. So if somebody can target those people just like that and find them to be that vulnerable, how about the rest of you? And also a key important element that equipment that was missing was a communication device. None of these police had the opportunity to take cover and call for backup or help. Because you know why? Jorang from table, communication device from table. So who is standing for them? So Nika Fale ko al UDP keteng, al Kari keteng. Don't care about UDP, don't care about NPP, alala do ko. Because at the end of the day, if Badama Barrow yatul kanun, number one, ala mobility. Alkata doko la nyameng ja alkana abo sono yandilal bole abe vessel dila mena ko if you are going for operational duties, especially in a risky Johnson like wodula to be nyame je in fact yal samana je because of traffic, but also je nyin nyapin kanol kasiya je lay ko musol nyapin kana je ikela na kodol busi bulu nga eyewitness do la moya ko som na ka wafiro ke marché do ni be sela dindi mena wol ko lo nyaato silo ke kala fengol busi. So there is a risk there. So munati ne bato la mol deploy kan ya understand ibuka vest dealer, ibuka communication device dealer. There is no standby force. Is there as a backup. So number one, the first person who put the lives of the police at risk is the Gambia government. There are several police stations in that country without even a mobility. Fenka table, hani moto waponga table. So the first betrayer, Mayal betrayer is the government. Ngajal NPP ko le video taja ye sakule 2 months ago. We don't have the energy to come after you sometimes, but sometimes we have to come here kala fanya do bi ka wol dibon. Alko Adama Barrow police I motole senga manga tonyat. Adama Barrow did not buy those vehicles. I refuse to talk about it because I think it was immaterial. In any case, the police had the vehicle that they had. So if I use it for their operations, it is the Gambia police force that is going to use it. The police bought that at the expense of their own servicemen. A credit union every single police officer at the end of the month. In fact, a salary man pensi nyawonya ika fenne busila. So a government busila wala iko volta pour ka try ka transport provider iko même busi la ka try pour ko volta ka motolu sang ipi bajele ko bitela operational kala nyame adam baro ka lo ka pick up sang akedi NPP ko le nakata takandula nay momo appoint Gambia banko kam political class ala ni mol benin fo wilo le borka i benin 2022 2021 2020 2019 latest o motol le bebul Gambia police force ma moto so I when I was in Gambia nim police obula moto ki uniform mo me yalon ko aba duna kara dokola only one wala babu na jita dokola I swear to God na jita dokola am manyum fo alakana kenya baraji nyaade nga uniform o sanga billahi wallahi tallahi nallahi ninna kaburo dem it's not necessary ka kuma kudo be ni aka manjere yafo but bari mamari togo just for the purpose of this analysis kali ya lonko ndal mam police ol meko this person na jita dokola na jita dokola ka futa water it is 5 o'clock 6 o'clock so now for that anu this person has to go back to work from Monday to Friday sometimes Saturday and Sunday and then dokola by 5 o'clock abe wulale ya understand because moto tabulu and moto lorin tije ni la moto fana bi jokata anyi suba bala so you have to wake up at like 5 o'clock 6 o'clock kabo suwa kono kata so uniform kilimo parallel uniform ka kulia nyame ni te mario uniform no te yaku almost every 2 days you have to wash the uniform ninke wala ni musol ka you know wol dolbi je senya ko ka dia wala nyame every day you want to wash your uniform ya understand so ni te uniform o ku ya janim fano be kala 5 o'clock fo wuli ay no por ndakam pramu me ja completely o manke bala fatiba uniform killing all the battle bu jama bi you know what I'm saying to even have a uniform a pair of uniform in the Gambia police force is a problem they are listening and they know what I'm talking about ital damangol tema is a problem.
Okay, Aparaka Wanifa, I'm just going to add 1 or 2 words because basically you have said everything. I'll just be repeating what you are saying here because I really want to open the lines because Mojamal will have to contribute on this issue. I just want to say initially I had an open mind on this issue. I just wanted to give the government the benefit of the doubt, but as time went by, now I'm shifting towards this conspiracy theory. Possibly, this could be and I have a reason why. Because naturally, in crime scenes, the weapon become a critical subject of investigation. And I was totally puzzled. Ibrahim Sankarela Diamo ako Usenu Bojang was cooperating with the investigators, with the police, and they are working on recovering the pistol that he allegedly used to kill these people. I ordered for coffee time. But bring National Security Abubakar Suleiman Jannata, woko imam pistol recover. In fact, the guy said he got the pistol from MFDC guys because that's where he trained. And Namfa Nyininga, Ndebange police officer, Manke security experts, common sense, even investigation, that should be the first thing to try to recover. Because Usenu Bojang Balbulu, Aliamuda Kazamas, why didn't you go with him? Iko, Namwe Moleba Folk and the Mao police already, Fotonal or whatever, Iko, I am Mabo Kazamas somewhere. But why didn't they take him? You have that pistol, the bullet, because right now there's a lot of rumors in the country, and the way government can you rumor
recover after no. Can you believe it?
Oh, after no, we're going to use sort of because exactly because there's another audio out there called the governor member Jana Malam Bank Saraj Malala ala oddly la moto used. So people are saying, in fact, Nim Pistolo, Iko Jama security officer the type of pistol that the guy used. So
no,
what?
Let me make that correct. Kidoning, pistol Iko Jama oddly le caso.
Exactly. So to put all these speculations to bed, it only had a Kido Ninta. Because Jama security officer like a Kido sort of Gambia or maybe rebel near Kido Bonimintole, but the government doesn't want to go there. In fact, when the journalist asked that question, the DIG was angry. Kafoko, why are you bringing something here that was not part of this press conference? So I said to me, why are you concealing this issue of the pistol? And this is why Now, all of a sudden, whenever they want to shift the attention of the people from this issue, from this incident, now to UDP. I am inte believe that this could be government possibly it only act on it. It is highly possible it only it is your act, possibly. All right, because I'm just saying these are all possibilities because more malo. But what we should understand is now government yanta funded clearly. And again, this gentleman, they said he was going to be arraigned before a judge today, charged for murder, but ofana monkey, because that was what was told. And the gentleman himself also, even be that he's a suspect, he should be accorded his rights. He needs to be charged. Rights violated just because even if you are a suspect, you have to be accorded and treated in accordance with the laws of the Gambia. So why are they continuously detaining him without putting him before the court for himself to, if he confessed to the crime, then the judge can sentence him. But now that he says,
and sadly, to be honest with you, for a judge, a confession is enough for conviction. But for a prosecutor, for an investigator, but they can attest to you, a confession does not mean an end to the investigation. You have to continue investigating. So, because somebody can confess to a crime that they have not committed. Those who are familiar with crimes will tell you that.
Okay, that's where I'm going to end my analysis. Tunko for after Diabla. Now I'm going to open the lines. I will start with Tunko Marena. Keba Sabalele follow call ke, but Tunko for Nangame Kata Dukulale. Let's see. Okay, no problem, Nene Fred Gomez. I saw your message. No problem. Thank you so much. So Allah Barakabake, let's see. I cannot. I am on a show. But Alim Balal, Melbe call Kekan, Alim Balal, please. Alim Balal, Ngalo mobile after Diamlali. Momo after Diamlali, but Mbag Menkela, Keba Sabali first call, but Tunko Bedo Gudlale. Let me just take Tunko. Ninga Tunko ta, then Sina Keba Sabalia. I will give everybody time. All an analysis kuntu. Jama I do analyze longer than this, but today we have to give chance to the callers to say a few words. Nimba Tunko yare. Then Sina Keba Sabalia. Then I will. Tunko Nima Sika Ibe slot Miss Lalde. Okay. Okay, Tungo Masika. Tungo Bedu Gudlale. But anyway, let me go to Keba Sabali. Okay. Okay, I don't remember call Ambal basically because not telephone is just coming. I understand that a lot of people. I have got 6 calls right now. Okay, let's take Melvin. Melvin wants to talk. Melvin Minano by video. Okay. Mel, I told you are coming by video. Okay, Mel, okay, call us all Alim Balal follow. Melvin, let him give the his legal opinion on this. Just wait, I'll call all of you back. Melvin, go ahead.
I'd rather if you guide me and if you could just ask me questions, because
yeah, Mel, okay, I want to ask first of all, reportedly, Sabali and Biosongo, they were arrested, called in for questioning on Friday around 4:30 p.m. in Gambia. And when they went, the police PRO actually said on, I think, one of the shows that they were invited because of things that they said on their social media pages. Biosongo said something and they were saying. So now we are hearing reports from news media outlets that they have been charged for threatening a public officer. And I think you and I had this conversation this afternoon. You dug into the relevant section of the criminal code. So can you try to help us what this code is about? What is it about? Maybe let's share your knowledge. What is this? The charges, if at all they've been charged, because they have not been formally charged yet. We are not aware that they've been formally charged. But if they're going to be charged on this section 94, what does it entail? What are the ramifications?
Okay, first and foremost, they have not been charged.
Yes.
We were of the view that they were charged, and in fact, I had to delete. I didn't delete it. I just hid my post because I had made a post on that.
Yeah.
But then, from what we're getting on the ground, like people like Nene and other individuals that are there, they're saying that the police came with a document and wanted Sabally and Sonko to actually sign admitting to this charges of what was the charge again? Threatening public officer or public civil servant.
Public servant, yeah.
A public servant.
Yeah.
And they wanted them to admit to that, which to me that is fundamentally wrong, because you cannot get a person in custody on the detention in a police station and you're giving them a document and wanting them to sign and admit. So I don't know. I don't think the police would do that. I'm just wanting to believe that the individuals that were there are not sure of what it is that they were asking them to sign. But that's very, very strange, because when an accused person is in detention, they're basically two documents really at the level of the police that they can sign and or they are required to sign. It is by choice. They can choose not to, because the right to remain silent is key. It's fundamental. Yeah. So the two documents are the witness statement of the suspect at the time, because they become an accused person when they're charged. Yeah. So the suspect at the time, and the cautionary statement where the person is charged and the person is told what the charges are. The charges are read in plain language to the understanding of the person, and then the person is asked to make a plea. So that is where the individual can say, okay, yes, I'm guilty to the charges, or say, no, I'm not guilty. And the one thing we need to get is that the procedure for taking down the witness statement, the police at the detention center should have an independent witness that should sign. And usually what the police would do, they would sometimes write the witness statement for people in their custody. And then after they have written this statement, they would go and get an independent witness to actually sign and witness to say that they were there when the statement was taken, and it was obtained freely, without force, without duress, and that it was the reflection of the person's testimony. But we have also seen it's very rampant in the courts, where the police would use. Every police station would usually have just one individual that would witness every single statement of the police, and they use them as independent witness. That witness statement can be attacked in court. The credibility of that can be attacked in court, and it can be set aside if you have a good and proper, diligent defense lawyer. If this is not properly taken down. So the law also says that when these individuals are in the custody of the police, the police ordinarily should, within 3 hours, and the Constitution states reasonable time, and further goes on to say that 3 hours, they should be informed of why they are under detention or the reason for their arrest.
Within 3 hours of the arrest.
Within 3 hours. Now, what the Constitution says in subsection 19(1) is that every person shall have the right to liberty and security of person. No one shall, and the word used in the Constitution is shall. Meaning it's mandatory.
Yeah.
No one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest or detention. No one shall be deprived of his or her liberty except on such grounds and in accordance with such procedures as are established by law. So, if you look at there's a case which probably your audience can look up, or you yourself can look up, which is it's an unreported Gambian case on Denton versus the Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, where the High Court, the High Court stated that the applicant's detention by the respondents, that is the state, their subordinates, and or their agents since Thursday, the 6th of April 2006, is unlawful and unconstitutional in that the said detention is inconsistent with and or in contravention of Section 19 of the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia and Article 6 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights and Article 9 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, all of which the Gambia has ratified. So not only does the Gambia have a constitution, not only does the police, the state, have the constitutional mandated time of 72 hours, by which these individuals should be charged, released on bail, and or brought before a court of competent jurisdiction. But it also violates Section 19. It also violates Article 9 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and Article 6 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. So it's a gross violation, of the fundamental rights of any Gambian. In fact, any person residing within the Gambia, for them to be held beyond the mandated constitutional 72 hours.
Okay, Melvin, let me just pause you there.
On your program, with regards to computation of time when it comes to detention. The Constitution is unambiguous. It is very clear.
Very clear.
And where the provisions of the Constitution is very clear, it's written in plain, simple English. It does not need interpretation. It is not ambiguous. The plain, ordinary meaning of the wording should always take precedence. It is not ambiguous. And it says 72 hours. It does not say 72 official hours or 72 work hours or whatever. It is plain 72 hours.
Exactly.
And anything beyond that is an affront. Affront on the Constitution. It's an affront on the rule of law. It's against democratic ideals, and it is against the never again mantra, and it is against what the Gambia stands for.
Melvin, thank you for making explain that in very explicit terms. You know, the debate will go on, but at least you are this is your domain when it comes to the law. You guys, will try to, explain this to us. We are laymen when it comes to the law. I'm a layman personally when it comes to the law. But what I'm saying is, Brother Musa Sedi, you can also call in and give your point, because he's still adamant that the weekends are not planned. That's fine. He's entitled to his opinion. Everybody has a right to say.
That's absolutely wrong.
No, In fact, Hamza, the problem is, as a moderator, I have to give everybody their opinion, the right to air their opinion. But what I'm saying is, I want to refer him, before I come back to you. Musa, Nene Fredo Gomez has written here that she has taken this matter to court, and she was detained for 4 days, and she said the weekends are part of it. Go through Nene Fredo Gomez, who said she took the matter to court, and the court said the government violated her rights. So I don't think we should belabor on this, because the court, when it comes to the interpretation of the Constitution, is the Supreme Court, is the court of the Gambia. The court interprets the Constitution. So if Nene has said here that she took the matter to court and she won it, and they said her rights were violated, Musa, I don't think we should go on with this debate anymore. The weekends are included. So Melvin, go ahead and say what you wanted to say again.
I've lost my train of thought. I can't even remember.
No, you were talking about the 72 hours, and then I read this comment. Because this comment is like, you know why I'm so worried about this comment? Because in a way, we are going to empower the police to say that, okay, now even some people are saying the weekend is not included, so they can keep detaining people on that basis, because this is plain English, as you said, plain English.
I will tell you there are certain things that cannot be founded on law in the Gambia with regards to police, should I say, customary operations that have now become part of the customs and part of the everyday happenings within the police, and to an extent that people think that it is sanctioned on law or sanctioned by law. So usually what the police would do, because when it comes to bail, most of the time, I mean, I think it's just standard police procedure. They would tell you that for an accused person or a suspect to be granted bail, it would have to be endorsed or sanctioned by the station officer, the SO. Now, most of the time, these individuals are not there during the weekends. So it was a means of a tactic to get people arrested on a Friday.
Exactly.
And then they would give the excuses that on a Saturday and Sunday, the SOs are not there. The people that can sanction the bill, that can endorse it are not there. And then you should wait until Monday. But it is just nothing. It is nothing that is sanctioned or law. It is just a police tactic, theatrics that the police use to keep people in detention, expanding on and exhausting in the 72 hours, because when they detain you on Friday, the 72 hours would ordinarily elapse on a Monday.
Yes.
So it is nothing sanctioned on the law. It is just a police intimidating tactic. It is just a way of the police getting the people that they want to keep into police custody, because ordinarily, if this is done on a Monday or on a Tuesday, people can always make the arguments in court that these individuals had no reason to be in detention beyond a certain number of hours. And people can ordinarily explore the courts. People can file processes in the courts. Now, when it comes to the weekend, the police can always use this as a tactic to say that the person, the investigating officer was not working on a Saturday and Sunday, because usually in police station, it is the junior officers that would walk over the weekend.
True.
So that is what happened. But there is nothing like, there is no counting of weekend. So this is a constitutional provision that is very strict. It is very clear. It is unambiguous. It is not subjected to any form of interpretation whatsoever.
Thank you for helping us on that, Melvin. Before I let you go, because there are other people who want to call in, I just want to ask you. Let's hope. I'm hoping that these charges will be dropped, or they will not even be charged at all, formally charged, so that they can go home. We want these people to go home, Sabali and Bayosonko. But what I'm saying, in the event the formal charges are brought against them, what is the penalty for this Section 94? Because I read, you sent me a screenshot of something. What is the penalty? Do you know? Like if somebody is found?
No, I have to check. I would have to check the code to see whether I didn't look.
You didn't look at it. Okay, that's fine. But
it's not something. It's not one of the more serious.
It's misdemeanor. What he's talking about misdemeanor? Can you?
Misdemeanor.
Yeah, misdemeanor. So what is that? What does that? It's not a high profile. It's not
like a felony. It's a lesser charge.
It's a lesser charge. It's not a felony. Okay. Okay. All right. That's fine, Melvin. One final word for the Gambia police. Are you worried that we're going down the slippery slope of dictatorship?
We have gone down that slope of dictatorship.
We've already gone down.
It is whether it is implied or whether it is actively being propagated. But for the police to abuse these constitutional provisions and not giving a hoot as to what happens, because this is a matter that is on social media. It's on every news outlet. So judicial officers are seeing what's happening. The international community is watching, and the police are giving a blind eye. They're like, they don't care. Like, people can just suck it up and move on. And of course, I mentioned on Kerfatu that you have individuals, accused persons who were granted bail only for the police to refuse to dignify the order of the court. So these are things that you see in a dictatorship. In a proper and efficient democracy, this wouldn't happen. In a state, in a country that respects the rule of law, respects fundamental rights of Gambians, of human beings, of individuals. A country that prides itself in maintaining and respecting good, proper democratic ideals, you wouldn't see these things happening. These are things that you see happening in a dictatorship government. That is the distinction between a dictatorship and a democratic government.
Absolutely.
These are the attributes of a dictatorship government. And if the executive, if President Barrow wants to really pride himself on being a democratic leader, and also pride himself on bringing the much needed democratic change in the Gambia in this current dispensation, I think he should put his foot down and ensure that every sector of that country respects the rule of law, upholds the rule of law, and respect fundamental rights of persons. If they wanted to keep Sabali in detention, the law has given them the leeway, has provided for them. Take them before a competent court. Charge them.
Exactly.
Propose bail. Give reasons to the court why these people shouldn't be granted bail. Make advances that they're flightless, that your ongoing investigations are ongoing. Yeah. They would tamper with the investigations. They would tamper with witnesses, or even say that you're keeping them in detention, because people need to understand there are 4 fundamental rules that have been established on the rationale, the reason where bail can be denied.
Okay, thank you, Melvin. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, by the way, Melvin, we allow the experts to, like on the other day. Things like this happen, even in the West. This is what happens. You allow lawyers, people may go, let's allow expert opinion. It's very important. Because they are putting their opinion based on what they have learned in the respective institutions. So it's what is called an expert opinion. So I think it's just fair. Now I will go to the stream of callers. People want to put in their opinion. Musa Sedi is the first caller. No, Keba Sabali Mbita Keba, then I'll go to Musa. Then Keba Sabali the call. I will open the lines. Juka says no, just now some message. Juka, 100 people. CEO of 100 people on Facebook. Juka Sise. Keba Sabali, Bismillah.
Seunye kontom ake nga wandi fa kontong la mo lambe kontong nun programme la America ni wato mol bebe comparine ando ngalo mol jama be they feel very desperate about this situation membe na Bangkoka men keta wala msehu tonya nyunu ibe tactics le kala ke kanja me alonko pour ka fear create into people, because men ketaja wala mbri yankubala nyin case wulita molu ye meitandi wala nyintiko tilimbali ale be dati kambanko kan wala kamol commande dorom ke samba court pour ka tina ka ku create men satina isisilo dundi molu kono wo process be ke kan nyiketa ko incident ko ni scenario nata ke ne alon ko yenyi police flofa beri nyinketa ndana menje nimbe wala advantage use can pour after fear men create la into people pour ka wota ka oke ka police on kam fandi ko nga fali ne ko nga moy president la spokesman na nyamen sankare ka foko UDP ko wole yike yankuba ten fenke nyimfambe do ye gol associate ka itandiko pour ka police on kam fandi anin ka molu falansilande bawo mol me alon ko pareta ka foko never again ko wol men kete kala yaje ko wo koni abe balu kan kende ke banko kan ñu lafta wala tala kamol silandi andu sainten ye wala wulinde fanan hani ye sirfo commando dalilo la ye sabal commando wala pour ka mol provoke anin kana mol masilandi ko ning alinge silo e kijobondi ninge kijobondi doronte makam moy lay banko kan ko danke mbela political spirit men abe bulu mbatiala wallahi woda malbe ke kan nin ko kono andum because momal la fi aya fon associate ko ntolu mu mol leto on tolu mu ka fo leti men mi dabe mol fe men ni police ol fa so we mol kam ndiko mol me alon ko lafta pour kan bi kat lo fan karay fight sabali ni sirifoye akate fe ko ni wulta fo ba mi la ko tol fana mu mol leti bang men ni alon ko against the police ni it's not about the police mol be la right le kele kanko ni manke about modu sabali it's not about sirifo ngani lesino lamne before wala katanu bri yaya jamna wulitanu akambol kilin busaten mobe amira ko nyino la business somo mol silata wala ko wala be dat kan kotanke bari ya jere nyine tactics men kija ye police on tata wali ko nyine mo al jawolt nyine mal falati paretel khalifa police on melon ko kete kawiyelu ti manku kalamuta wol fana belore no example fana proof la nyame bi mo kilimo men kata pour kata sabal la case ni nakata police station auto ya muta kali paje ka awa fo la motoko iti abra mo kilo sikeno the whole police station or direct bang fo iye ta ka tra kala motoko wala nyinti ko beta to kanjele ko momo na de jambi be butela so nyinel mu ko timen yalon ko nyimbe nenkeka nte malum fogam bianol be silale ban kasile fonga la banko kan ye kenjo ngoti ko tenge nin sila tabi nko inte to nya fasala mo kana te violence create mo mafo mo ka ye violence create mo kan même mo police tiba même mo civilian tiba mo ma right so mo do toni bari police ni mo do fana ma right so do kam mo do fana na right abuse ka fa kon danko to uniform le bentolla bawo ñu ko ñere ñu mu jawol leti so ñanta we can do anything yalla wote ke no la banko ka wote banko sammanol
ba keba mo do le fana ba fo kanko keba mo do ba fo kan control diaspora nkolu in Senegal Macky Sall be manya kala je diaspora Senegalese all diaspora they went around and they protested to Senegalese embassies and diplomacies but until Gambian all member diaspora somebody saying that, and I said that earlier, over on the program, somebody just sent a message, why can't we go out and protest so that Dunia Salo may make it on Gambia?
And we say that's a very good idea because there is no border. Human rights.
Yeah.
Mbenga lwen ko Europe jang woli mu mo leti men yalon ko human rights ya a respect back ni wuli ta as a citizen anywhere I kon to la banko kan men na kele num be ku mbota men na fali ya bala falon fe wala be dat kan and you have your proof men be kerin ke wallahi baro ya men ke baro be wala keka and wobe ko rim mobe man you kan ni men ke den kamo commande weekend o e kan men ni je do wala e ka fo ko a jite ko male bara kon sa fo ko ya batu jang abinale na be te ye fon tamal ha weekend o lem dem mamira be murla nan ko denke bara ko ngemu ta jam fo monde waram fo ni lunka e kan ni tactic si fande andu tonya be damen ni nakete saballa abina kala dole fananna nakete sirfo son ko la abina kala dole fananna woto Gambian ko laftal bangam group back to those days bang laftal ngabo ko kono ni manke fenti me alon ko mo ka fo ngole ko wuliyata setano so ka mo yela right fight so mo setan wulin dolte bang ali nga ñu ko analyze na confidence din fango la ko ka fo ko mben na right fight la o manke ñu ko kata kelo la kata ngole bumbe rola on ni ngole kata kele ibe wuli la le kan fintindi ibulu ken sewo yelo ko ñin kana ka jang ñi ne bo jang unati na wolti te ben nyokan police station on nyapilon la blood to taring amany wuli fa amany jarafa ko sabali be dame police station be Gambia dawda woni taje ko police tolu kunu kumbota tolle to araji ya tolu be de indi janne albuka fenke no albuka fenke no tolle ya la right fight janko fa tolu loi man tara tolle ba munan na bi atolu bi la loi abuse la against ndol civilian ol me ko kelo kan kunu ngamran ka sojaro ile tof.
Exactly. Keba Mangebla, because be call Albert sharing back. I know you have a lot to say, but Keba. Thank you so much. Call Albert sharing. Me more minute to deal because there are a lot of people. Okay. I'm getting news that likely. Okay. I don't want to stick my neck out on this. Most likely Sabali on Biosongo will be released tomorrow on bail, I think. Musa Jame has hopefully, but I've also got a message from Gambia that there is a likely indication that they will be released tomorrow. But why tomorrow? That itself is wrong. The thing is, their rights have been violated, and I think what Wandifa said is true. I think it's time Sabali sues these people for violating his right and Sanko because they detained them for more than 72 hours, just like Nene Fredo Gomez did. And if nothing is happened, they can take the matter to the ECOWAS court. Gambia has to be exposed internationally so that because when ECOWAS finds them, it becomes mandatory for them to pay whatever penalties. And Nene Fredo Gomez did it. Nene Fredo Gomez took the matter for violating her right. And I think Sabali and Sonko should do that because their rights have been violated clearly. Let me tell Musa, I'll take Musa, and I think I've got 5 or 6 callers here. So remember that this is very, very true. They should sue them to court for violating their right. Musa, Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. So go ahead with your contribution. Mm-hmm.
But it is 72 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, for a consultation like a Gambia.
Mm-hmm.
A very senior higher officer, now what they call.
Mm-hmm.
This is an act of parliament because in fact it was not 72 hours, it was 48 And don't afford that it is something wrong. It is totally wrong. Police it is wrong. But the police kakele, something after get male and la bronca. I am support of that. But police will communicate public holiday and weekend. The Kawo Consul is not part of the 72 hours. Nena Freda Gomez, I don't dispute about that. I don't dispute at all. But the police in Kenya, the police is kakele. Otonia Troko Amanya. Muna the Gambia Bar Association Bar allow us. Still now it is happening.
No, Malafike interject because it is a scholar segment long. So go ahead.
No, what I'm telling consultation in 72 hours of police and we done because you manke for the first time to Sabali, Amanke Akita Jamanda, Yakemo Jamal de la Gambia, and Buhanisa Mantra Stop Gang, police Yake habitless sign, and Tonya, vote to the National Assembly. National Assembly members will be together. Maybe perhaps you can call one of them and then ask them.
Okay, Musa, let me come in now. I think we are misunderstanding each other here contextually. I think no one here is doubting the 72 hours. The interpretation of the 72 hours was a bone of contention. I think National Assembly and let me learn. We know Gambia, who are the lawmakers is the National Assembly. Okay, the like a law that. So obviously it's no brainer. Now 72 hours exist. It is the interpretation because it senior police officer for weekends and public holidays are not counted. Is that based on law or based on police law behavior? Because in police law behavior, that's immaterial. We want to see what the law says.
The 72 hours, it's an act of parliament. So, say, no issue to jump. Muneatina police, it will final relying on Kaita because weekend and public holidays are not counted. Whether or correct or not correct sign, issue the learning into Lale.
Okay, Musa, then let me learn. I don't think there is any debate here because I put the police. Listen. Let me. Yeah, understand. We're having a conversation. Let's put the police aside because police will look at how many times have they violated the laws of the Gambian police. Exactly. So what I'm saying here, until we analysis because say to brought this discussion weekends. Let's wait because weekends don't include. Until I understanding it doesn't include weekends, and it's coming at 72 hours we banner on Tuesday. At the interpreter, and to me. Even a grade 6 student knows that 72 hours is different from 72 working hours. Constitution will not be ambiguous. These are lawyers who drafted this constitution, landed people, and certainly they know there's 72 official hours and 72 hours. They know the difference. You don't tell me that you and I wouldn't tell the writers of that constitution. Sure. No, let me just land the so coming for where the police will back cake and because Melvin explained the police will hide behind Manila. Senior officers all got on duty most of the time on Saturday, Sunday. You can only use, but the constitution and never he had just recently been subjected to that abuse. He had detained for 4 days. I matter some court, and the court ruled. The Gambia court ruled in her favor. The government, the state violated her right. So that should be help all of us, irrespective of what.
Definitely, but the others still they continue doing it. Okay, so let's take
yeah.
Inviting people for questioning, is it mandatory or it should be voluntary?
Police only near invite for questioning.
For questioning, yeah.
Male question or understand. What do you mean? What is
for example, Momodu Sabali invite me guy and this was on Friday. Mobe along to meet at the Friday, Kela time movies the one you keep the and Yakino Momodu Sabala for the first time. So say invitation or police near the invite. For example, near police on the invitation in decline. What will be the next action? Might be near to going and the arrest. But say near the invitation in decline. What will be the river?
Okay, let me answer your question. Yeah, I had this conversation with Melvin the other day. We were having a communication. What Melvin said, it is in the laws of the Gambia, in police or arrest to invite you for question, and you're obliged to go and answer. So that's what the law says. And even in England here, he even said, even in England here, the same thing. Normally, police will come and visit you or when they suspect, but police can also call you. That's what Melvin told me. They can just sit down and say, come to this station. And by law, you have to go and answer. Okay,
certainly. But police ni police tate arrest ni police tate arrest nyanta fole ko dalila jumala atinde nate arrest so ta ni police be invite for questioning muna nyete nyini kala ko altam commande muna for questioning albe invite kam munela
okay Musa mbadi ngay mako ja maybe you mentor Melvin na malum fayala last part misle yalom
let's talk about Melvin
no lamoy Musa hold on you know why I'm referencing him? You and I, we are not lawyers, right? Are we? No. Listen, Musa. Listen, listen. Can you?
Somebody that I respect and I respect his profession.
Yeah.
Yeah, understand.
Yeah.
But let us forget about Melvin. Melvin is a lawyer. He can come. He's an expert, which I respect him in that.
Yeah, okay, Musa. Can I say something? On Bantaba, I'm not talking about other platforms. Here, the subject main discussion is law and the police. We are not discussing politics. Yalo none other politics like Melvin reference. Politics is opinionated, they take opinion. But in this agenda, Bandaba, what we are driven is expert opinion. If another lawyer in Gambia is giving an opinion, I will listen. It's not just speculator Melvin. I want you see in media houses, they bring on media houses, they bring experts to analyze it. So we cannot just say, let's forget an expert opinion. So that's why I'm...
Lawyers they are criminal lawyers, they are for business. So it can't just go court capital. So lawyer don't finally the constitutional law. And the constitutional law in Gambia, it can amendment on the court falling. They can't understand that. It can constitutional falling, especially in the constitutional and the Sambana, I clear the mola. Ya Jaminata, I had a pregnant 40. So it doesn't say, Niman Yantaka, Walla Nimarketing Yantaka.
Okay, Musa, nangenyiringa simple question na Ngebola.
Individual right to observe.
Okay. Okay, mbadanga point for Ngebola eta. Okay. Every discipline, whether it's economics or finance, a specialty sort of, and I know that lawyers only specialties sort of like lawyer that was a constitutional lawyer, don't be a human rights lawyer lady. But yala benyami, none generally, the common sense will dictate somebody may lawyer I don't know the specialty, but at least a discipline. No le than a layman. Okay? Because your law it branches on like a father, but the general concept framework is very similar. Okay, within the lawyers. Coming ila area of specialty, coming economics Benjamin. You know, those are somebody can specialize on development economics, somebody can specialize on international economics, but the basic economic theories are the same. Just specialties on left. So what I'm saying here is this guy obviously has a law degree. He went and did his master's at a very advanced university. You and I are not privy to do that. Ndolka common sense apply, but none of the interpretation of Gambia laws and whatever. I would more listening. The reason I'm listening, like I sometimes refer to lawyer Dabo, this lawyer Dabo in Gambia, when during Constitutional Review Commission, Nasamana Bantaba, because he knows it a lot. Okay, lawyer Lamin Dabo. So on Bantaba, Nimbenyin Sifal discuss. I don't want more like individual opinion because imagine a police officer for a senior officer, but somebody also texts me from Gambia and he's a police officer, and the person is saying weekends are included. So who are we going to trust? Your source or my source?
That is the issue here. So okay, fine. You are talking about an expert, and Melvin is an expert. And Melvin I respected him so much.
Yeah.
Because Melvin no can.
Yeah.
You understand? Whenever he is at a platform or a similar platform, I love to listen to him. And Melvin coming from the but the issue here is that Gambia constitution or understand that they are common laws. We all know that. But in the constitutional amendment, and when
Okay, Madanga Wanifa also wants to come in. But this 72 hours is not commended. This 72 hours is not commended.
I said what I said, the 72 hours it is wrong. And it's the violation of human rights. And we believe in vacate and sabali when the government is politically.
Yeah.
Among the personal opinion, it's something me along the but I'll legality will sign. Yanta will find out whether police will come in, it is correct or wrong.
Thank you, Musa. Thank you. Wanifa, you want to come in before I call the next caller?
Of course. Musa, Natal of Nolan, I would definitely want you to listen here. You understand. Number one, when it comes to Melvin expert, Melvin Benjamin yung kuokono, coming ako Luala Carola constitutional kafalin. Melvin went to law school. When you go to law school, there's something called constitutional law. You understand?
Yeah.
Constitutional law is like coming. For you to be able to understand the concepts, you study constitutional law, you study criminal law. You understand? So criminal law in constitutional, because what matter tajang. Molivin tamira wala sanji jama commando. I all karan. So nata ada bato I men karanje wala nyindi ko say nita lawyer ya like mo represent nyameng in court. You understand? Based on Gambia legal system obe nyame, because legal system ka fatam fadan. So ka wala karang in the bar. But in the school, kabiri school oro, akoita Melvin malamunemu constitutional law di, akoita Melvin malamunemu criminal law di, akoita ma journal. So bepare mesaka tamenda for wala constitutional ka falin, that does not matter. If you understand the concept of law, wala na constitutional law, ike karandi constitutional concept do la meni alanko, we can understand like constitutional building, institutional balance. Enyanda wala bon la nyore ba jala ko iba constitutional understand nola ni ba fola ala saferolu aning ala interpretational. So but that doesn't mean ko they're writing. The writing la falim men ko da wol jama fa buga gal.
If I yellow after member, I didn't want to prolong the debate because Mbeleng alone is no brainer that the 72 hours has been amended. 72 hours has been, it used to be 48 hours, but since it is changed to 72 hours, it never changed. So there has no
you know, Musa Munakotoge, they understand. And I think I will have an offline discussion with him about this. This 72 hours man Gambian thing. You understand? Okay, let's go back to junior school government. Basic, just basic. The government, the legislature is responsible for law making. The executive is responsible for implementation of the law, or literally execution of the law, right? So saying nibe law ni execute for the implementation of the law. So ning executive organ nyimbe okekang. If ko law mesen wala da call for policy. Ngamine da policy da daga said. Because you work as a senior government official. Yeah. So those things those rules those are policies. So that's why in anything menketa, every policy has to be sourced to the law. And that law has to be relevant, which is every policy has to be sourced directly to the constitution. So a government institution or policy but they have to be in conformity with the constitution. Now coming back to the topic in practical, wala nyindi ko police olu fanalu ni ko 72 hours lem fanal sera regle ni ngol keno jel but ni yemung regle kije it has to be what within the limits of the constitution. In fact, the constitution said in either section 4 or section 5 any law that contradicts this constitution is null and void. So that one there is nothing like a challenge. The police just have to scrap it. You don't have to waste anybody's time going to court. And if they near violate it all court from this is our policy. It hanging all over. So Musa will understand any policy that contravenes the constitution, even when we economics like Carola, when we finance, if I say funds but the relevant law in the constitution, none woman align. If your policy does not align with the constitution, policy jana woman jare fan kata challenge court. Yeah, understand? So even finance lemo me yalan ko ani luwata nyobul nalbe ni kala policy da ka luwal dila. Yeah, understand? Every institution, every government institution ka loyal di belale. Ibe ka loyal sodole. Iba nalba la policy de dala. If you construction.
Wanifa is a law student, Geneva Jalla. Wanifa, you're a law student. You make a lot of sense. Wanifa is a law student.
So nibe any policy that are even banks they have lawyers. So imagine like any internal policy that you are going to make, it is there for compliance officers. Imagine like it will be in conformity with the general law. And the general law will the constitution. So Musa
I like my field. I like sciences. I like social. I like economics is a social science. Science is like science will when it comes to law, it's a lot of subjectivity in law. But science is like you deal with theories, you deal with that, and you put formulas, and you use softwares, and do your projections and get results. I need a laboratory biology,
it's fun in a way.
Exactly. H2O is water. 2 molecules of hydrogen, 1 molecule of oxygen forms water. Yeah, but with law, I don't like a more confused with everything and all things that's going on. But
no, but certainly some of these things are not difficult. If you are making an internal policy, understand. Your policy has to be in alignment with the constitution. It has to align with the constitution by force. So it is the responsibility of that institution to make sure whatever policy they make is in alignment with the constitution. So the policy or law understand. Police la problem multi. But they will not certainly go and meet some of these police officers.
Hold on, Lamin Dabo, I'll take you. Hold on. After the one evaporate, I'll take you.
Go and find some of them in court. Foka mosi. It only alone near Luati and Ifra ye maluke soda. Because you usual one time so somebody came malundile. Yeah, understand. So you cannot go to court and argue the constitution. We are aware that the constitution says 72 hours, but our internal policy is we don't count the weekends. We don't count the exactly.
Yeah. Okay, let's take Lamin Dabo. Yeah, Lamin Dabo. Alhamdulillah, even I'll have to contribute now.
Yes, you'll have to contribute like
yeah, but okay, not a few minutes because there are other callers.
Yeah, exactly. I really understand that. And I'm on my way for thank you so much for everything. The past couple of days program will give but what women the program was almost it has already ended. But before I would like to extend my condolences to the family of the fallen officers. And, and it's rather unfortunate. And this act of brutality against our officers, this is uncalled for. It has never happened in the history of the Gambia. I believe it was in 1981 when Mustafa Danso killed Mahoney, if I'm correct. So this has never happened in the history of the Gambia. So therefore, I thank the families of the fallen officers that we all mourn with them, and that I hope justice will prevail in this case. But the sad thing about this is what I mean when this happened initially, I spoke to a lot of people both in the US and outside the United States. I spoke to a lot of people in the Gambia. It was everything. I can say pretty much, everybody reacted the same way. But I can tell you that, having spoken to a lot of people both in the US and in the Gambia right now, it looks like, many people don't believe this story.
Yeah, the opinion has shifted.
So opinion has shifted, drastically or dramatically. And then, I'm surprised that the sad thing about this is what the focus has been taken away from the fallen officers.
Exactly.
Now, all what we are talking about, I spoke to a lot of people. Even yesterday, somebody called me from Maryland. He told me, by looking at these things, I spoke to a lot of experts, but, the former security officers, military officers, they are casting a lot of doubt on the government story. In fact, people are now saying, is this a case of a state-sponsored model?
Exactly.
So, and then Ibrahim Sankare going on office, so I'm not the GFA Gambia for all, to the statement. In fact, Wandifa is a law student, and I think Malvin is listening to could seriously jeopardize the case. I was speaking to a lawyer who told me that in fact, if this guy, the suspect, if he had a very good defense attorney, the government's case is in serious jeopardy. Yeah, so I think confession government is boasting about, he has confessed that. This confession, could be thrown out, the question is, under what circumstances was this confession obtained?
If I sign a la me malafika story kuntu mole message okinya na me alonko ako atefana information also. These are all information is coming because apparently this gentleman even on the detention is talking about the white lady Alatuba Muso. They are thinking that he has a mental problem. Somebody just texted me that information. During the questioning, he's Akalatuba Muso la kumolevo.
Exactly. Because there are guidelines. The law states that very clearly when you are obtaining confession from someone. Even the defense lawyers could challenge that in the court of law. Under which circumstances was it obtained? If it was obtained in a manner, it's not in conformity with the law. Then the judge can throw it out. So confession. Yes, Mota will confess willingly. Even it happened. But under the circumstances, authorities you go to court, sometimes you don't throw some of these things out, But it's very sad. Say a couple of days ago, we were doing a program. We are talking about the ransom. That the president offered, some lunatic, I believe is an MPP supporter, was saying that even in the US, you can offer for this thing. But he cited the case of Bin Laden. I want to make yes.
Yes, Lamin, go ahead. More
yes, I want to make it categorically clear. I want to make it categorically clear that in the history of this country, I have lived in this country for decades, more than a the White House has never issued a reward for this thing, any crime committed in this country. I can for was that it depends on the jurisdiction under which it falls. Because the United States is a federal state. Okay, I can run some of them for CIA placed a bounty on the land. It was $10 million for this any information that leading to the capture of the land. Most of the time terrorist suspect or fugitives in this country. Most of the time it falls under the jurisdiction of the CIA. So in that time, some would fall under the FBI. If I'm going to FBI has the reward. Some would fall under maybe the state. It could be state police. It could be like county sheriffs. It could be like city police. So just rewards are always offered by a jurisdiction under which it falls under. It could be CIA. It could be FBI. It could be U.S. Marshals. It could be state police. It could be county sheriffs. Oh, it could be CIA police. City police. That's how it happens in this country. Yeah. But it has never happened in the history of this country. A crime has been committed in this country, and all of a sudden, the White House comes out, saying that, we are offering a reward of maybe $100,000 or $200,000, for any information leading to the arrest of the suspect. It has never happened in the history of the country. And I always tell people, Gambia is a country we live in a different planet. Gambia is a rare breed of people.
Okay, I gotta stop you there, Lamin. I gotta stop you there. There are a lot of callers right now. Aparakabaki, thank you so much. Thank you. Apologies, I can't give all of you. Tungo Marena, you're on, but I've also got Juka Sise on. So I don't know whether it will do Lale. You want me to? Okay. When you finish, I'll go to Juka. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I just want to contribute briefly and then let you go.
Yeah, go ahead. Interrupt. Go ahead.
Usually, time information on the arrest of the suspect
Yeah.
In that guy, well, a bit police on the count.
Yeah.
Never in the history of anywhere, that any civilized world, down the law, Gapoko, in crime carrying mentioned that you more put it on another information, no one taking Nanga for the country. For some of my problem when you investigation on me, I am no deal. I know how man to run. Because dunia kono money no mo ke another man tija just 2 weeks ago and terrorists of Canada jam treated. He has been on the road for 75 hours on the road. A terrorist. Lala, Metropolitan Police were there 20. So we are the 20,000 pounds that is going to Mola. May information on T1, may Amari, may some of the So I don't know, I will try another number to that. The investigation of my problem with the investigation of for which and Sankar has blatantly lied 2 times within 24 hours and we are put in a day. Within 24 hours. We are full. We are on a media platform there. Allow Kuma Fugu. We've done what we found with funny outcome for my investigation on I problem with that. Because that means for Gillis Bina, if a minister of and they are not doing these things in good faith, instead, it's a very poor take up by one in the exception of the people. They are not doing anything here with good intention. Selangala, I can use 72 hours premium for 72 hours for them. 26 for 72 hours is 72 hours. It has never been stated 72 working hours or 72 weekday hours. It was 72 hours.
Yeah.
So more than beyond this 72 hour mark in my reality.
True. Yeah. It is a very serious matter. And if you want to make this your mind is a large change. In your process as quickly as possible. Yeah. Weekday hours or 72 working hours. Yeah. The application of any government transaction, you can in the form 5 working days. 5 working days. Yeah, 5 working days. We can. Yeah. Yeah. That means from Monday to Friday. Yeah, we can book also. Yeah. Yeah. So no, Musa said it. Musa he called in. Musa said it. I definitely got police all over fire. I got senior police officer over. But could it be Musaga meant for police or like abuse, like Jamila time, it or like abuse for weekend is not included, even though it's against the law. Yeah. Okay, Abaraka Tunko, unless if you have got something else to say, let me go to the other callers.
Friday. So that is in Monday.
Bon, steadily.
Hold on, Wandifa. Tunko is still talking.
Yeah,
Tunko.
no, nke la attention o bring modola ya modola invite amari natal da be lobby to le.
Jukalo, yalong. Ngafo Tungo and guy Juka is waiting, but he wanted to make his point. Yeah.
Okay.
Juka, go ahead.
Yeah, no, is he done?
He's done. He's dropped. Bottom 100 need 100. You know, there's a group called Hello 100 need Hadija to Kinte mon kanya mo call fi nak Juka mom xana ñemi ñu bantaba dafa ragal bantaba de amul fit
déglo mu ne la hello calm down
waaye moom gis nga soo gisee mu waxam bi foofu la sa plateforme waaye ñemi ñu bantaba dafa ragal fani bantaba xana
dina ñëw dina ko wax mu dugga on behalf of the 100 people.
The 100 people. Juka na nga def yaa ngi okay?
Yeah, just a little under the weather, but alhamdulillah.
Under the weather because of how in Gambia.
Yeah, I guess all of it, when you put it together with lack of sleep, your immunity goes lower, your immune system, so then you catch anything that's passing by.
Yeah.
But alhamdulillah, I think that
man, Kera Faten, my best sister, my favorite sister, Faten because it's happy birthday, Ule. Kera Bumaduko sister live. After I forgot. She's my favorite sister. Moi suma harit nak. Ule.
Okay. Kon doma degati kon har ko kola ding. On that note, bye-bye. Okay. Okay, so on a serious note, I want to thank your audience and the 100 people and beyond, everyone, because Fogna, li nekk na loo xam ne war nañ see jànga. We should continue to learn these lessons. The government is up to no good, and it's clear to us. But it's up to us if we want to sit back, fold our hands, our arms, and watch them do their dirty games, right? And divide us through partisan politics or tribalism or whatever they want to use, right? Or if we want to come together whenever we see injustice, regardless of what party you belong, what tribe you are, as long as you're Gambian, we get up together collectively and voice out what is wrong. Yes, you will have a few satanic, whatever, that want to see things differently, but that's their choice. But the bottom line here, who are the people, who are the masses? Te gis nga digga moo dee mucca, no matter what. Even su fekkee ne yow kenn yaa commencé taxaw wax digga bi sax, yow taxawal fi nga taxaw. Lu yaaga other people dinañ la fa fekka. yaa ngi understand, so man li ma wax askan bi rek nañ lañ continuer, bu kenn xaabi, bu kenn bàyyi. nañ lañ continuer anytime buñ gisee kenn, it doesn't matter ndax am nga problème ak Sabally, it doesn't matter ndax benn janax lañ tee am nga problème ak kooku, it doesn't matter. As long as ñu ngi jël right jàmbur di ko violate, we get up collectively and speak. Because gis nga su fekkoon ne nit ñi jóguñ wax, these people were trying to link Sabally ak Sonko si killing bi, which is pathetic, which is sad. Yeah, but lolu more goes to show you ban façon government then am in place. Because su fekkee seen spokesperson bi mu ngi jóg amul lu mu def muy fen ba pare di wax ne kii ñi ngi doon liggéey Brikama area council or whatever, that's a disgrace. And up to now, he doesn't have the decency to come out publicly and apologize to Brikama area council.
Koku do apologize,
He needs to. He needs to do that. He needs to do that on behalf of the government. If not, so don't mind your youngs, I will take this matter to court for defamation of character. Point blank period. It's about time we start taking these people to court. Tenyam Sabally sun gene. They need to take them to court for violating like more than 72 hours. Musuma fe dega ben 72 hours binyo weekend or weekdays or whatever. So if they hold them over there without any charges more than the 72 hours, they need to take them to, they need to sue the government for that.
Wow.
They need to sue them. So my thing is, the sad part moy ne ñoom liñ bëggoon a def askani Gambia bi seen xel yi eew na nanguwuñ ko, ñu ne leen déedéet lii munta possible, lii nekkut. UDP bari nañ affaire waaye kenn mësu la ñoo dégg si waxi ay rey nit ak yooyu buñ taxawee ba tey. So man li ma ñaan askan bi rek mooy Yeah, gis nga tay yo boo jógee woon si ñun 100 people yi nga dem si ñoom Baro, it wouldn't matter. We will continue this fight.
Yeah.
That's it. Man juka suma jógee woon ma bàyyi li ngeen a def ma jàll ànda wala wax waxi kayang ngeen teg ma fefele ngeen dem continuer li ngeen a def. That's how a responsible.
So you also demere Hadijatu Kinte jël take over.
Yeah, na tak. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hadijatu Kinte, I've sent you the link in case you want to join.
Why ma tek fii nii rek maa ñu ngi def benn poster, which is where I want to land.
Yeah, I saw the poster. Yeah.
Sama mune bala rek nga share ko ak sa audience, because I know you have a big following online and they watch you and they follow you and all that stuff. So mang le na ñaan pour ngeen jappale ñu si poster yi. So because we want to do beyond talking. For me, I don't believe in just coming talking. We need to talk, but we also need to act.
Can you send the poster to Sedili on WhatsApp and you'll forward?
Yes.
I've got it. I'll put it now. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, and the poster, li ñoo wax si poster bi mooy ne they need to release Yanks ak Sonko. They need to let them go. They need to release them. Our focus is kan moo rey, who killed these police officers. Okay? They need to find the real killers of these two police officers and the woman that they shot. Number one. Number two, what can we do to better that security system that we have in the Gambia that is so horrible right now? Police, they cannot even defend themselves. They need to fund the police. They need to increase their salaries. These are the conversations that we're going to be having, and this is going to shift from Sabali, Aksonko to this, what is the main issue. And that's what they don't want us to talk about, and that's what we're going to be talking about.
They want to shift the attention.
We're going to shift the attention back to the real issues, which is who killed these police officers, and how come the security system is so callous, it's so horrible in the country. And the police officers, they need to increase their salaries, number one. They need to make sure they fund them enough for them to protect them, point blank period. Lolu moy conversation bi, but not Sabally ak Sonko. Buñu gëten buñu distract. Jërëjëf
Well, jërëjëf borom 100 people.
Man may number 17 la. Ma ngi declare sama bop.
Kan moy number 1 bi nak?
Bobu ñu ko ut dañoo seet ku gëna dëgër daal. Man
Tukulóor ban number la nekk?
Tukulóor dafa wax be ci kanam mu joy te man mënuma joy bi. Man dama bëgg ko
Why bala nga dem I know people say I always like to have a go at him. Why jëkkëri Tukulóor si mu ci nguur bi boo xam ne ñu ngi violate rights yi te moom ak ñun ñoo nekkoon ci struggle bi Ibrahima Silla waaye mu ngi ni noppi waxul dara
yow tamit doo wax li xew yow tam Ibrahima Silla xanaa daf da ngeen bokkoon jànq bi ngeen nekki xale ndax what's happening.
No, suma brother la.
I want you to confess. No, Ibrahima Silla mom. Ibrahima Silla is a big disappointment.
Yeah.
And the same BS that we're gonna hear from all of them when this is all said and done is they were serving their country. Okay? Yeah. But I understand you want to serve your country. Why boy serves the country? Nga gis ne yow ki nga xamne mo nek sa njit bi. It's not doing right by yow. Li nga xamne lolu nga sa principles si. Yeah? Li nga xamne lolu nga align with yow. Then at some point you're gonna have to have a hard talk with that person. And if they don't change, then you have to say at some point, yo, fo nga jël sa ngor nga ne ko goodbye. Ibrahima Silla fum dem war na fa mëna am liggéey. Su demee UN war na fa mëna am liggéey, fum dem si aduna bi war na fa mëna am liggéey. But the thing is, they become selfish and they become greedy. And they have this scarcity syndrome. Nga xamne they feel like there's not enough in this world that they have to go ñu ngoyaanu si ron government bi pour ñu am li nga xamne loolu lañ bëgg am. No regular.
Why Hanga Moko de reference? Because mom, he was one of the biggest loudmouths on the online radio. Hanga. You remember
I think you have somebody else waiting in the lobby, but the person has to
Hadijatu Kinte, your audio is not coming.
No, she needs to activate her mic. She needs to give access to her mic, otherwise it will not come.
Juka, what come activate mic can be
okay.
Because it's
not she dropped. I think she will come back. Yes, she dropped.
Yeah, she's dropped. Hanga mo hamu technology. Hamu da kiankala nda badi bugada.
Ba ki seti kimta kintela bye ko.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Appreciate
you. Thank you, Juka. Thank you for joining.
Let's keep it going.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you. Bye. Okay, Bani mo Jani Hadija to Kinte Kanarek. Definitely one of this is Keba Sunkumbaro from love to the Amba. Keba Sunkumbaro call kele. Bamba every day at a regular call. Hadija to Belegi, your mic is not activated. It's still saying your mic is not activated. But if you want, I can call you through Messenger. But you need to, Hadija, to when you join, there's an audio there. It says activated. Then you activate that before you go to the next level. Yeah, you need to activate your audio. Keba Sunkumbaro, bismillah.
Yo, assalamu alaikum.
Kenembaro. Abaraka. Mana be Austria dong.
Austria mejande.
Yeah.
England benyali.
Alhamdulillah. You are kuno nimbi osama.
Abdullah Jako kera jendo jaka manto chekene.
Yeah.
Right. Mparang na rakomenga leko contribute program mo
Abaraka.
Comment shortly mtendo arijamfala because we making diamutala le was able to diamutala to also to la jamal to but ngalonko akara molbe ni kwa ko mengara gambe banko mbarambe wala sound de frole meri bande ni jawl almale de manen ka parkere
Abaraka.
Yo nobody je comment ndemula mol dano gambaka because mengara ñu wol be dara dame ani nga mo ko men moy ngam fo be lano do jabe ko do kalamat so manje kamuru wal kam baake ndala fa men fula tan do wala mo na police ol nangara inspector general police di IGP Sanya anala inter police department nga mere to nyanda masa ko nanye sula ko nangara gambe government executive because ngaji ko gambe dumul be to lamma ko kadi ajibe so police fulani to damento e halon ko ana mun ke banko kan do baramata so masakunda mem hay ton ko executive wal man pare ka ko nya sabade no o ka kuma ko no be senala mol fo police wala IGP la do kulal fam masakunda bol na karkan do wala be ko men nyen kandaka so onde kala police wol nyanda tet la nyolale ye central government yes police department central government so court because of the personal so many along ko do kulalu wol fata masakunda man kuma fondi dino me along ka senera fo ka ko be dabal mo dan kata site so ndanga police department manya nyen ko to na ka foko enin be mo sabal le ko man jana wobe baye so ko ko man jana wobe modo le ko man jana kamre nyanta central government press wala wala ka
yeah
ani lo police nyaron ko because nim police ol government na resula police ol police ol dem bangu de na resula police ol so ni province so police ol wala life marata so the la concern mo de police ol ani ni la family le police department ye ñu ko ray kana ñu ko ci ko politicalize ñu mo tol fon la life marata
yeah
African life marata and police ol fon la life marata so na bo nyama nyanta ka fero ke ka government ni presola central government ka ka ko ke ñu ko do ka e bo mol fulla because ko mem pe ka fo sin ko stata abe mo wuli ale ndo ngaje ko central government fon bulo be ñu ko do
e mallela de ite fana mallela de
mallela because yen bla men ko da bina je demande men kana jululu de kasama te ntara ngata je nga tambo ke me biya sisa dama 50 times or 25 but I was I said 50 times though tambo men ke nga saro nyi lon saro nyi na population of I think is bigger than is close to the Farafenye met why should ya like was osare basipal de gamme ko jululu warata so ni muso ka men be na arita ka men be for benkara jabiden aka men be for be mu fanial ko jululu na gara so for dama a warata bakere o itina no rete jiwo mo jalo ko ite mo gamme ko di ben la karito ina ra kulye loro so mo to be fon fon kulye mu klikli na de o frisro klikta ko he wala ta to wala so how ko be de lon mo rete jiwo to wala lo anu se ko li fana men kare jakaro di je fana ko tere ara jame police wol fana prier nyin arrest akodin do e ko ya mo Senegal ak jululu so ka estra da pour bagage mo na Gambia aku ni tele ara bagale so so normally procedure am dere ka di jam ka mo ko le mo le arrest ye sama dulal do ye mo nde banko wal ka kale aka tilda nan dala gari 3-4 days akota government na procedure bari nara no Gambia service manu le dara Senegal ya mo da je live aussi ba sa fa ya tare na mo na ñona ko Senegal li ya mo da so president yi ñanda tilda nan dala ya ba flo koy pass ila Gambia ko ben so na jagono beje barola masakunda imam fonas polisol fe no polisol ñanta ka ñi presso le kan ito le ke kandela la be le so polisol ye presso le ke kana ñu ko da ka de ndi mo saballa ni mo ko de o wade wa ani ye fon jome mo da malon ta fo no ba lam ta fo na ten bari ka men te fon dol man la fen ni
e ban la fen abaraka keba thank you so much thank you for your call thank you okay ala baraka back ngena bare muso call membe Denmark ama ate fana mi batta call kala bamba membe Germany ite mu regular call alte bantaba so the chance de modo la meya longo ko jam call back Hadija to Kinte bismillah DSS yangi yo ite man technology understand you can't use the
na abolition ko block more block listen
okay Mike be okay so legi nak borom 100 people yo tam yang se bir
wow duka moy CEO be man my assistant CEO
wow so lolo am si wahi ñom sabal bi ciow bi bari na de
wow ciow bi bari na ba pare lima mu ta understand am na la ñi ko wax nañ ko because ñun ñep outline dika so even to the suspect they asked to la sa among proof something that they all question la dai and yen solen ware dem japasi ki nakola to the sabale action because of posting their Facebook the parent bugo switch everything off to police officers there at Kokulen halo bujigen binaka the hospital which means that there is a cover of hamne yena gibuga manipulate the entire society when you concentrate sabale akira because you're so serious with your service man ni nga xamne ñoo la sa de la garde as they call it because ñu baro talut le yow warulo tal ki ne sabale ak Sonko pour arrest len pour the entire nation job pour wane ruisal sabale ak Sonko so dafa am lo xamne mu ci biir lu tilim loo xam ne ñu ne soow bi dafa am lu fa ñuul te li fa ñuul boobu la Gambia ni yëpp te laaj ka focus si dis police men yi nga xam ne dañ leen rey man di laa bëgg a
waaw
ba pare séew dama bëgg a laajte keroog maa ngi ko doon wax ndax ñii wan nañ ñu weapon bi kaay yi dafay nañ weapon bi pepe ak yu kii am nañ fingerprint am nañ naka la tudda pulver naka la tudda gun powder be sisi gun dina key moko fire wala whatsoever man bi rek la bëgg xam because mënu lo accuse me without evidence ñu dé
inva Hadija to harama dimbala la sitot in fact very interestingly dunde wasi affaire weapon bi but amna xibaar bo in fact breaking news bu Alkamba Times wa li in fact dafa gëna duga Gambia bo government in a very critical position because xam nga ñom sen national security advisor si press conference bi wax na ne waaji mu ne moom mu ngi liggéey ak MFDC te foofu la amee pistol bi waaye Alkamba Times ñu ngi bind ne MFDC rebels si have denied ñu ne any connection with the alleged killer PIU officers in Gambia. The alleged suspect Ousainou Bojang by Keba Ansu Mane, the Movement for Democratic Forces of Casamance, MFDC, has denied any link with Ousainou Bojang, the suspected killer of the paramilitary force. Ñu ne xamuñ waaji ba pare waaji did not possess any firearm from MFDC. Hadija li dafa garaw so léegi Gambia government ñu ne kii mu ne foofu la jëlee weapon bi kii mu ne MFDC ñu ne xamuñ waaji so affaire bi léegi mu ngi gën a garaaw so fan la waaji jëlee weapon bi.
They just want to be if it's in front of our own eyes, by far. You manipulate because you need to there, but arrest people, they have a freedom of expression. They can link in the world so is a threat because they express so many nipla. Then get them to extend bo amne munga them read konga ngane sheet ndeke mandila pinda. Tami they wanna understand me because need to show them through new jago system man mine ka jige so so I will write more than that.
Exactly.
Because they not put together but we speak because I'm on evidence, I'm on data, set up in the media, Pukayos, the Kaboblen, Baro every 6 months, every 1 year, didn't know the Tenko, didn't know like really, the Gambian people are tired. Baro, we need you. You need to traumatize. You traumatize the entire Gambia. You see diaspora, we cannot even speak properly. Soon, immune system, the yup jungle, yup make a catastrophe. You get non vitamin, because of your son government. And this is that. They Abadan time and this 22 years and he's gone. Because what the men is attention being a little. You're supposed to tiaras, how much tiara, like you, then you straight to mile two, we'll collect pena because we are tired of traumatizing your own people. A good leadership is who say the family and your and so I will tell your man the empathy. Even if you pay I will empathy, you can concentrate, say 2 people in the
and in fact, Hadija to Haral Mobile Ladara, Hamgal Lugana Garalo, Dembala Gis, Guy NPPs and executive, Hamasi Ferry be like Nega, Yom CDC say, Akamakana can use a ferry, you know them tall, see that why they were all laughing. They happen. Yo, am Nyari PI officer there, Singurgi. NPP executive, they are in a ferry line nega. Why I'm not Talbugena? You get them tall. Why they are all in happy mood. The family, they are not mourning the death of these people at all. Right?
They are not. Even some for the runway, the some press conference, everything was messy. How many get up on just not gonna say Gaspar, Gasal down. Why so Gasel? You're being said, looking for to the Adion, thing under these people can have a kind of rainy. Lima Dega, Mandima, I'm listening the gunpowder, been that it's a boy, the Pinko RSA, just like that's it on the fingerprint, Tampa, because soon I'm coverage of telephone number.
Yeah. Your fence, Hena Lulu are your fan. Wow.
So you have to work with every city.
Yeah.
FBI, the special people know they work with that.
No, I don't think they have. Man, Bumako Dega, sir. Fogna guy non fen rek. Ñoo xamuñu because fan lañu jëlé number waaji sax. Fan lañu jëlé téléphone number am bi. You know.
Thank you.
Yeah. ñu ne friends yi ñoo leen jox waaye loolu make sense loolu doesn't make sense ñi duñ dee wax dëgg aji jatu fen rek you know
because you cannot mënuloo sol tout comme Gambia liñ ko mënuloo jël benn xeer nga jam ñaari picc am ko
waaye kontaan naa ne léegi ñun yëpp ñu ngi manko pour fight the right of this lii yëfi politics yow bokkuloo DSS léegi keneen ki mooy DSS bëgguma ko wax turam kooku mooy DSS bye jërëjëf thank you well sign ngata back to the regular caller so wala na 100+ people team T say Touré Nala Molu Tukulorsi is one of their secretary so no Hadijatu is the secretary. Why 100+ people, they are also doing fantastic job in terms of one thing I can tell you that I cannot call all of you back. I have too many calls on my phone. So it's 11 o'clock here in the UK. I've been here almost 2 hours 43 minutes. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to wrap up this show. Electamid will have a show because of all these burning issues. You can wait on the moment the amount will be. You can have your fair share of the program tomorrow. Bamba Ite, you are a regular caller to the program. So everybody, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I cannot call all of you. So thank you for your time. Molmeli Alonko, Alman Diamono. The Bamba, I have to be fair, the calls came in that order. Apply Jabang, and there's a caller from the US from after the Amla. So one if I'm making 3 callers all the marriage along program of Sarong. So
yeah, no problem. But talking about MFDC, ngalong ko barake dalasa enta fong lafa adamelam basino la ngalason. MFDC, this is not the first time Gambia government yalong ikonung fenke mu wo sojar boyonyi ko Salif Sadio dingola. And what fana if you can remember abota Sankare labula Sankare kilingola. Ako boyonyi abay masakunda dokola sojar yala because of Salif Sadio dingol. So Salif Sadio came out and made it very clear. So when it comes to giving out information, malong foibe of ibelola fana ibo fana refute la. But as far as cooperation and information is concerned, MFDC we can rely on them because memula moldi yalon. And I know they will not be scared.
No, but whenever this has actually put Gambia government in a very precarious situation because their investigation said that this guy said he's working with the rebels and he was trained. Now MFDC has debunked this. The government spokesperson lied. Now the information from there, in this case, we cannot say that the National Security Advisor lied because he said the alleged.
He was relying on information.
Yeah, he relied on. So we cannot say he lied. But the information he said reportedly came from the suspect is also now unfounded. It's not founded. So
I told you something in the beginning of my conversation with you. As a judge, when somebody confess, you have sufficient evidence to convict. But as an investigator, confession is not the end. Let that sink. That's not the end. There is more to this story. Something doesn't add up. Something doesn't make sense. Niano, they can close the case because wala mula interested. But itoko nyimu MFDC, the MFDC kamang ni MFDC lang. Anyway, there are so many questions. Small but I don't want to bother people with a lot of questions here. But ni wol ko amang MFDC and that MFDC la. What was saying? Definitely believe no la ko. How can you convince the Gambian population ko nyine fongo nyim paral fa?
Exactly.
This is something silly. This is very serious case. Nyim paral me nyim fa manyana mo nyina lena. Nyano leta Ousainou Darboe no walia muda. Nana leta Barrow fon mudalia arrest. But that na mo le nyina jumale nyim paral fa because kido ka mol mum kido la ke fa Gambia. We should get to the bottom of that. So you cannot do anything that will distract us from asking that genuine question. Who is the real killer and which weapon was used? You took this suspect somebody to a place to go and recover eyewitness or fenkol menjala afternoon in fenkol. That's the tangible evidence. This guy, Mr. Sow, tatalo nyin ladakavo 58.9.3.5.5 altitude. Nonsense. When you come up from the carry. Gambia me yalanko Gambia la Google Maps man better. Maybe he thinks he is talking about some coded language. Ayo memfo. Nayo fonte entengalon entelka ndeka doko ke jana mealonko we deal with scooters, electronic scooters mealango ikata locating across the city. You understand? If you tamper with a scooter at a certain location or scooter be dularo ntata je ngatra je nga wo fenko tato ni ka fonya dile no ateka ni latitude fenko memfo ni nga ki
abe fenko abe great references all that eastern and northern.
Wala ye great reference ni nete nomba nyi kinye ekonye tani latitude nomba kari kardo scooter kari be je ay nyin problem
yalon defo mo wandi fa breka je moy anko fo Gambia yo technology sotole bang he's talking about great references. These numbers that he was talking about has nothing to do with security. This is very basic. It's Google Maps. If you know anything about Google Maps, when you open Google Maps, you type in an address. Every single address has its own latitude numbers. So what numbers all I want later. In fact, when you say that's not a code. Once you secret code, because once you set those numbers out there, I can type it in my phone and tell you the exact location. Yeah, understand? So this guy came out not speaking very incoherently. It's a software like even the people area postcode or whatever you put it there.
Exactly.
You'll be able to find out the house address. Like name Kadinjaya postcode dintela. I'll be able to know Kadinjaya's house location on that. Google Maps and all that. So it's something that technology I will you because and then you can know through the instance and great references. I've always forgotten. But you're talking to Gambian people. How many Gambians will even understand great references? Yeah, I understand it. So you are not making any sense to the people. So but all this is trying to confuse people. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I'm confused. Ala diamo moma kuna penyalong. Oh no, these people are so annoying. But they have to come out with I don't know, police didn't I'm not saying that they need to revolt or anything, but they should also who killed these people. Yeah, understand? Because apparently those the senior officers knows more than the junior officers. The senior officers know more than the junior officers. They know something. They are just being told, these are the people who threatened you. In fact, some of them threatened, revealed the location of some of our officers. Blah blah blah. They are after you. No.
But whatever. To be honest, if I'm just putting a hypothetical statement here, Gambia government, listen to me. I'm not saying that you did it, but if this is a state-sponsored act, that will be really, really catastrophic, man. I can't put my head around it. What will take Barrow and these guys to do such an act? Why? If I'm saying, if this is a space-sponsored, in dunia palaso ni mansa ni present, because we're talking of lives here. Lives. Why? Because this is now opening a whole can of worms into this discussion. MFDC says, no, this guy, we don't know him. Ibrahim Sankare lied. So who are we going to believe?
You know, if they refuse to analyze and investigate properly, was this a political hit job that went too far? Because look at the okay, go ahead.
It could be because, and we are using the word could. We are not saying would. It is. We are not, because we don't know.
Opinions.
Yeah, we are just making opinions because this is like it is now all, it's like we are in this whole situation now is so complex, and so it has all become intricate right now. Gambia government needs to speak up, because this is not, Gambians need to know the truth. We're talking of two police officers whose lives got terminated by somebody using a bullet in a country in this day and age. We need to know the truth.
These are independent investigators who are interested in knowing the truth. This is one theory that they need to look into. Was this a political insider job? Because Nyimano never intended to kill all three people. From what we have heard from the eyewitnesses, I killing the boom. It could be I kido use the because kido kuliatale niko drone ye mole parala bun kido la drone mol savaye karnyola. Yeah, understand? So did he even intend to kill the first person? So when he shot the first person, these two police officers, which I definitely am very hesitant to say, but I'm sorry, as some operational errors occurred there. From the eyewitness account, that was a very
wonderful. This is we need more answers. Even Jamela time, you remember when the students were killed, 2000. Yaya Jammeh appointed a coroner, okay, a former master of the Supreme Court, Mr. Jammeh, who is now in overseas, as he has an international job, and he did a good job. And of course, from that point, he had problem with Jammeh government, but he gave honest opinion. And our report was very, very frank. Could we have a coroner in this? Because at the end of the day, we have an independent investigation, somebody who will go extra mile, because this police, they may trust. These people will dance to the tunes of Adama Barrow. You know, the fair judgment killer on this case. We need to have an independent person to investigate this, so Gambians can know the truth. We need to know the truth about this.
The person, if he intended to harm the police to the maximum, he would have done it whatsoever. But from the eyewitness account, when these guys shot these people, Abitakan, he wasn't particularly running away because he knows he has all the space. Abitamakan, Abitakan, commentary can do also, but Amanta Borokan particularly. So, but these two police officers, unfortunately, I don't know for whatever reason. But please, if you are a police officer, no matter how we let you can so yeah.
There's another thing also. iAfrica analysis. The so-called the witnesses there. Somebody said Nitku Gatala. Akonye muki shutungoleti. Kila bi Nitku Gatala. But when this picture came out, Usainu Bojan doesn't look. Maybe I'm kidding. He doesn't look like somebody short guy. So that also create a lot of confusion, because eyewitness on iAfrica broadcast said, I have downloaded on 3/4 half-time Nitku Gatala. But this guy is not Nitku Gata. You see, this whole thing is just so confusing. But let me just Okay, callers all maybe to be honest. I told them I've got 5 callers.
Yeah, let me just conclude here. On the eyewitnesses, it's for all to see. It's 24 minutes long. 24 minutes eyewitness account. More than at least 3 people, 4 people, or even more. So I think on the operational side, the police they will talk to their juniors wasifal because ni America lang hani dindi merang ka foile ni kido moy pump you take cover. And apparently the police were involved in that. And then also Biria bindi civilian population of Anala Feke Makoy Purkamuta. So apparently because eyewitness do full of they have explicitly for police do from Ayo Bundameng and then I do Bundameng Silola opposite side them. So that tells you ko even the investigators will collaborate that story ko. In fact, yeah, binding because I do bunying or Silola other side in doing what are the other side of the Silola. Yeah, understand. So
Yeah, no coffee.
Where indicate the comment yeah bind this is not like speculation. Eyewitness or laying info. So that was a very, very, very
But for them told UDP man told we have nothing to do with this killings. Let them leave
so
alone.
that was a part that could have saved a lot of life. Nima binding at all. So is it like the whole theory that I'm trying to say here is it possible when you marry left a comment I could use police or kandrong I tell hajola. So but the police will be come for the bind then it amalafi yamuda of course I move extra. Yeah, understand. So they need to somebody very independent and critical in mind. Wole nyanda kanyim ko jibe ya kisikisi fa ko dandula bara manya na tulade nale anu alem be arrest al nin loya da bari wole na nyaron god na alem be muda bari police ol meat ne fada wol nyanda ko la gambe normal because nyim manya na kelate nyim ko lat na fa ka banko mala so we have to get to the bottom of it wala na kunum tate be WhatsApp group ol de ba ko protest banda gambele mo de protest la ko tege nan la fa kan dole suppress we want to get to the bottom of this and inshallah abe kisikisi.
Yeah, aparaga yalonte najaranga brother yaya fofonante bukatela kumofo. He's one of the biggest disappointments. This guy had the loudest mouth on the online radio here. But now he's on this blind support and blind loyalty to Barrow. And Ateta he's basing it on tribe. In Mandinkaya Fasa nonsense. Abe wallaji. No, I can't wale for ha baromo manding called Alga Faza. And Tebin Lumenangala Urio man, this guy is sick, So what an antebogala Bamba, but Bamba sign. Bamba, you have to keep it very short, Bamba, because I am about to go out of the club.
You have to fear with me, but it's okay.
No, Sama maybe tell the first caller. If not, we do caller. But yeah, I take to S Banole kono wala nambuke call. I take to S Banole. What my important fam? Gambiano le mati kana tonye Gambiano.
I'm very serious what I'm saying because so baraka kumo su yan yala nyum banko ala police so de mun na brothers or sisters or min belare hospital o muso ni almala ni ponda kan ata nyo kana bide bari yala ndeka min fonna kata ko ni mul kanta lamoy ndala kuma kan illa wala man ka famfort hey mul banko ma ko kila man to ummal bato ni man to nyafo jaram kol sapa to ni mun jaram ni na city sama jara toromondo ban to man to ko to lola to nyakam every day o bank eta banko every day new scandal this is no ala la Quran oji so ala dum mukati amani ja tele nyo deda wonna fakna fihi min ruhi atele hadama don deda nyo dundala so mul kani kompatan di jamon to gambe don joy ma xanyon yomu da tanti wa katabna alayhi fiha an-nafs bil nafs man yomu da tanti nin banko kan bin kanin police fulo min fo no do da na ne sigal ndigale ne gale na saw kontan par mo kelle yo kasatemba Usman Koro Sisele wo karanna min ya fay ba Gambia e dumara soranje yankuba touré damma du kare gandenol almol seko
Marenge bola abaraka kademu atemu regular quality madenga musukilim fanan call Fatu Wali take the last caller the other callers I do apologize Alabaraka back thank you so much Fatu Wali hasn't picked up Fatu Wali take the last caller today Nimbara Ela line no man clear back it but I'm not just the money sorry
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Same thing. The police or the servicemen on the tower. It'll song ila new market. I'm a government. I'm a government had it. Because government from Taman covering first day. Taman Lila.
If I'm a malera de ko in quarter la fintale.
I've had it from the monk when you. Yeah, doing your later left a man that all of me to go. Coming. When the fact happened, I can't really for a more protestment nya. The last time and I managed more finti on the bully and Patabola and keep you continue like a fint. And because he left table on ten subit and I left table la mola West Coast here Malacan. And you cannot song all of West Coast and cannot song all a Gambian and cannot song. So because if what a man he can mention it.
But for honey for more far Fatu Wali. You left the West Coast like for honey.
This is the thing because Yalo Mona Hadumet. And I don't know from there for the guy doing a sacrifice.
I all for the
So I don't know now for the type of Menkela I Menkating. You Mankala lasted. So servicemen only are high kilo to bank Gambian for a high kilo. I don't know I could be there. Moment into the Uncle Molekung a sacrifice. And someone going you to hunt to one do some more convinced no papa the side of the more smell and kept you to publish main official party smile like a more balloon on it. They should come out and tell us what is happening, what they have done. Because me I don't trust any this act. This act is completely mind-boggling, I'm a clear hand on Monday. So you're telling me, Anna, Kilate, man, you're perfect Gambia guy, left that Gambia to flame, doing the Gambia cup. Hake to Lahabi Mokam, Yatu Lala, I don't know about Lala, I don't know about Moscow. Before 2026, more than time makes I don't know to leave the country.
Okay, Baraka Fatu for Sama Inshallah. Thank you. Body on the program of Kumfala. But then about Kumfala have an important announcement here. I'm going to play like in regards to the protests in the UK. I'm going to allow audio.
Kafole be angal teri banku. Assalamu alaikum. Gambia. Surtout Gambian Kulu men be siring Angleterre banko kan UK. Kafole be Angleterre banko kan memu Gambia dingulti Gambia men sula do lielong concern Gambians. Wala le kiliroke ebe kiliroke kan Gambia dingul bela men be Angleterre banko kan in kariba men minadun na kono memu October karoti atili tang anin kononto ebe kiliro kela Gambia dingol la Gambia men sula kama be bembato illa fitaka menke kata kela ni sulo itandi na bankola mansa undala bankola maralala mbeba kalama Gambian na banko men muntoliyati banko la fanko abe alihalo mento banko la balunya abe alihalo mento na luati anin luwa la sambanya abe alihalo mento anin na tanko momorondi mu Gambia dingoti njikita ko nyiye sulale ñinte politique parti kuti woto ñin kafuba membe Angleterre banko kan Gambia dingulu men yalan ko banko e sula concern Gambians.
Okay, please make a call from the UK. I'm not able to take calls right now. I'll allow this audio to play. It's an important announcement. Protest on Menyantakela UK on the 19th of October. Mama den Sisi be announcement all. So many audio play all these days for more base account. So
ebe Gambia dingo be bunya to kilila ni lumba mem fota wala mu ni karnala October karo atil tang anin kononto. Ni manke kafuti membe lorin parti to yala amanke kafuti membe lafirin fitina kula abe lafirin amu kafolati menko Gambian ko li singam famula ngantanya mira kuba na fele na mira ku Gambia nyanta tala nyadi le Gambian ko ndam mal nyanta sila nyadi nata kambeng kanyin lungu muta memmu karnala atili tang anin konontot abe kanya na arami sole fe demo nyanta kelamin tole dula saba nga wole kere ya wole suwandi pour Gambia dimol si finti soneya kono kairo kono tenkingo kono kataka na nisulo tandin na bankola ali halola banku nga korda bamben soto jang wala mu Gambia High Commission abe High Street Kensington mbe kiliro kala Gambia dingul bela nyin karumna la atil tang anin kononto talantan nin kili wali ha usim betara High Street Kensington na underground train station oto mbe benna wala to ngana futa na ambassador kunda to Gambia la korda membe siring High Street Kensington kanna nisulo tandi ali halu la men benna banko kam obekela talantan nin kilin so mandale arami salungo October karo atili tang anin kononto nimbota woto minana Gambia mu bankoleti abe kafuri mu bankolu kono angal teri banko e menu maranu e kafo e Commonwealth wol fanana office ba fele House of Commons wala House of Parliament bala Central London wala be kelan na bendula flanyamuti nimbota Gambia la korda bato letaro le bembulum bitambe minu tandila ka futandi minuma bu nyakono horomo kono tenkumo kono nimbota woto abala jeedorom ministre London tamole mu Nigeria la korda be wala Nigeria High Commission bayri Gambia de kafugo fanan kono memu ECOWAS nkon si futo fananto hani bi kata letoro dandangi Gambia dumul la sulo ka ay candida surtout tul min be Angleterre banko kanja mbe la firim men na Gambia na natom menti na felero mendin ko banko nyanta tala nyame lanjur da jamali ben na banko kan birin luwa sambanya do letara luwa e santo do ba ko to duma jenko men be tama kan banko la fanko kiskisir la be kiskirola ngaji hanim bi fembuka ba ko to ni musulo la tin tolli na jati kendi ala bunda na senula bunda anim bunda ko temul men mun tolli suloti na banko kan bari Gambian ko lu nyimbe be kala Cairo le kono ni ndirte kala je fitina te kala je manke fitnan tunti banko di wala mun di banko hako men banko ya dinna ngani men suru na banko lo ko bita wala tan ala baraka bake albadi mama mandin sise kafubani ya wala kula kanyin mo sindal mo mandin kakamoto men mu kafoti ni ba fula mandin kakamoto wala mu Gambia men sula concern Gambians Gambia dingulu Gambia men sula ala baraka bake assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wala Mama Nisise Martin to Labaka announcement on behalf of na Kafominga Command Concern Gambia UK. Protest of Menga from Anyanta September Lebanata Lungo falling say 19th of October. So that date is confirmed. I will for command on different diameter and Surwa Kamala. But Domi Reu, I just want to clarify something before I display this audio. Bamba member Germany, Menkaf Adam Barrow Manke Gambia, he is not part of UDP. So you see, this is the misconception most of you have. When somebody speaks on Bantaba, you think they are UDP. Bamba is not part of UDP. He has said it here many times. He's not part of any political party. So if he says that, don't put that on UDP, please. He's not part of United Democratic Party. Okay. So I just want to make that clarification. Okay.
September. Well, I have no time. I'm gonna take audio. I'm gonna probably Londi. For September. I'm gonna leave. The man here about the JC group. Or group concerned Gambia UK. The bota la group of Hamne source pour anything lo Hamne affaire protest la. Si rew Angleterre Gambia ni neka fi ñoo together. It's a non-partisan group. Lo ta ñu concerned Gambia UK. The flag Gambia mo neka ci suñu logo bi. Li bokut at any political group. Because ñu am ay different people ñoo xamne different political bokkuñ ci benn am ñu am bokkuñ ci parti sax waaye dañ am xibaar pour yëgle ne inshallah suñu protest bi bu nekkoon di wax all along yaaga naa ko wax ci plateforme bi waaye léegi inshallah nañ ko def fukki fan ak juróom-ñeent ci weeri octobre 19th of October dañ war a dem ci Gambia High Commission ni ka London suñ fa jógee dinañ dem Foreign Commonwealth Office because the Gambia is part of the Commonwealth. Then, so your last point of call, when you see Nigeria High Commission, we make a London because some of the Nigeria sent president, the President Tinubu, who is chairman of ECOWAS, because Nigeria is a big player in ECOWAS. The Gambia is part of ECOWAS. So, we want to protest being a plus in them, where Funu Jakadem, 11 o'clock, like you start protest, the Funu Waradaje, see basically Kensington underground train station. Ñoo xam ne su amul London su fekkee ne xamuloo sa destination soo callee Tungo Marena or anybody else or man suma boppa nañ la direct waaye Kensington station suñ fa dajee 11 o'clock ñu dem am nañ suñu t-shirts ak banners yi yëpp pare na so protest bi nag lu tax ñu war a protest mooy nguur gi lu ñoo doxal certain things in the country like si affaire corruption we am demand to know to selective justice. We have many children social media, see family policy, lack of security in the country. Soon after the draft constitution, but have the Gambia. The people have change. Believe Gambia still 1997 constitution. The lulu ne kudo hamne. New lulu mota. You boko si happy put in change. So lead the faneka lo hamne definitely ite. Bepare. Dinañ def morally di lacce ndax Adama Barrow dafa war a dem for third term the moral question la ñu lacce so suñu flyer bi si kaw flyer bi nga gis key demands date bi adresse bi ñëpp mu fa so ñu ngi surtout ñoo xam ne ñu ngi London ak ñoo xam ne ñu ngi UK please ñu try ñu dem si protest bi because li affaire Gambia la su fekkee ne yow lu xew Gambia daf la naxari ñu dem ak si yar ak teggin gis nañ fii Sénégalais yi ñu si diaspora buñ gisee naka su dul seen dëkk génn nañ protest Sénégalais yi demoon si WhatsApp audios ak plateforme si di wax so ñun tamit lii moo tax ñu ne léegi we have to take suñu waxtaan yi ñoo wax si plateforme si ak audio yi we have to take it to the next level mooy ñu dem the peaceful protest pour àdduna bi dégg ñu loolu tax dañoo dem si Gambia High Commission suñu lettre bi petition letter bi for prison ñu present copy Foreign and Commonwealth Office then ñu si dem si Nigeria High Commission pour Nigeria High Commission bi forward ko président Tinubu mu xam ne am na doomi Gambia bi nekk Angleterre am nañ concern seen dëkk surtout si affaire corruption bi dafa bëri Gambia suñu national assets yi government bi mu ngi ko jaay ñu ngi ko mortgage recently mortgage nañ Sénégal bridge selective justice si fànn police yi yow soo àndoon ak nguur luñ la di traité ak soo ànd ak nguur du dee nekk benn te injustice moo di indi fitna so façon yi ak suñu affaire constitution bi ak affaire moral yi notre tatam baro so audio baa ngi di buda so 11 o'clock please ñu nekk Angleterre ñu try ñu daje ñu bari pare nañu pour dem so lu tax ñu ngi def announcement bi because bëgguñu wax ne kenn wax ne man yëguma ko lii moo tax ñu ngi ko def si kàllaama soose olof ak pël te dinañ attach ñu flyer bi da nga gis flyer bi so this is wide publicity dinañ ko def si forum si ba pare ñu nañ ko def si Facebook bi pour ku nekk nga dégga ne protest dina xew London alhamis on the 19th ku mun a book day off léegi nga book day off surtout ñoo xam ne ñu ngi London ñaan naa leen ngeen génn because soo demee si plateforme yi Gambian si soo demee si audio yi ñëpp ñu ngi complain suñu xale yi tamit de babies we want justice for our babies AKI victims yi justice for our babies xale yi de our almost léegi close to 100 babies wala 80 something over 80 something plus lopitaan yi amuñ garab dégg nañ fii bu yàggut ne incubator ñetti xale ñoo ko seeya waaye nguur gi ñoom ñu ngi pasal suñu xaalis di jënd di spend ay millions if not billions si affaire yi mu oto yi ñoo jënda ñoom yokk nañ seen salary si ba pare ñu ngi tukki di spend per diem so lii ku nekk war na la ite pour nga génn nga ñëw si protest bi fii lay am so audio bi ngeen tasaare ko maa ngi gërëm kii mi concern Gambia bu groupe bi soso ba léegi ñëpp ñu ngi ànda ñu ngi work team work bi is excellent because ñu ñëpp suñu dëkk bi lañ gis jërëjëf.
Okay, ala baraka wala ka announcement from concern Gambia manika kango be mama ni se ko te fango diam ke sura kangola flyer nyim paretale na t-shirt fanga nga janjam forum wol kono so maybe some member siala on Facebook pour bobe akala be tista fatu wale kontona ani Malik Mane tunko Marena me alongo he actually facilitated everything for us in terms of the police will notify everybody in the team. I mean, I want to apologize to the fuller listeners because na bari buso menyanta udi dala ni fulla kamola abulole mutata ni ularo so ando malafika na nsumna delay wala na udi to nale amoy nga fogo do fana ba fulla kamola but menyanta kala ni fulla kamola abulole mutata so dira bulo mutata ma udi de dano so nata fay ko ba Gambia kan ngamera majority ye manika kawni surwa kamole so ni nga fo ni kam flow la dal. So I just want to apologize to our fuller listeners. Walatin mon audio to that. So ala baraka bake the program will terminate la janne. So all these days many announcement of play la banta ba janne. Ni na direct in regards to the 19th of October protest. And this is all coming at a good time. When police will manyabi karao kan kamulu detain more than 72 hours. Wonyanta tolu duru jawana mai fanu kontona bake wonyanta molde Angleterre wonyanta itela bake le prale fonti on this day ale protest ngafo janne nyaaje Senegal wol jele kuno fa protest ke New York dol Gambia wol tetula WhatsApp diamol ni platform diamol ali nga fonti ando ning protest kata London. I think folks in the US should also do. In fact, folks in the US Ibrahima Domirew yo young gun because Ibrahima Sankare is there right now. Saharibi. Ibrahima Sankare is in the US. Domirew. Lunko defon last year, so ko muna defade the same thing. Nga fekk ko si restaurant. Disgrace ko. Ñu seet video bi. Lolu bi ko mom fenkat la. Fenkat mom foko gis rek nga fo nga embarrass ko mom fenkat la léegi Ibrahima Sankare léegi lolu moy tour bu esam bi. Fenkat spokesperson Barrow bi fenkat bu mag la ku wàccoon Gambia lu ñu wax Ibrahima Sankare moom du waxam moom du dee wax digga so fii lay emale programme bi ba ëllëg inshallah ëllëg tamit nañ am show because all these days we hope and pray that Sabally and Bayo Sonko tomorrow would be at home. They will become free. They will be free. They'll become free men because they don't deserve to be in those filthy cells in the police custody. What is really menekam balafa and menekam frustrating. Pro police of it's nothing. It's not a big deal. Not luatinya. Normally, mo manina selala. Moneka mulu disturb Gambia police station or they are in inhumane conditions. Ano selo nyinga ka doyale jikata dibiring, jikata halakiring. This is why people get concerned. You know, amanga ko to abduja ni sambo selot man ko they give you they treat you like a human being. You understand it? But the woodlato you are taken there to suffer or man young because these people are not guilty of anything. In fact, they have not been charged. They should be treated well. But if you don't sell noring all lekono, sell you tilimi, susulalbi kinaji, it's just disgusting. And Adama Barona la mulyante mirala ko juloka jole de. And people go juloka jole. Bi albe diam la albal bulo kosila, albe modol halakila. Samanin tabulo falinta dum. Adama Baro. Because money be balure kade fa tambindi kula. Ite kana mira ko because bire be president yala ite tala mile too. No. Moma lo membe labana sama de. Na moljo le president yata jang inata laba mile too. Sorry, prison. Detention. Ilaban kunyi mama nyinya because ye manya kurungul menge. Ano Adama B. Ibukala na kumola de mome kamfari kama Gambia siata le. Ite olo na fonu lungu mene la president ya iboita. Ya jamme biringa boita akwa people who were green they turn yellow. That's what Jamme said. Gambiano ite Gambiano lonna. Bi modol be sutiari dale be kumandula duale be duale president on la family. Ni lungu mene boita. Wole follow bini against the bafole ko Adam Konga nyimfo yen. Yeah. And Rambo Jata will be one of those people. Rambo. He'll be the first to abandon you. Because adulta wolale. You know. So me program kumfala janne. Kunumfaranga Omar Wali la program will be very interesting. And tomorrow I hope Peter Gomez would do what is right and invite Ibrahim G. Sankare and challenge him on the lies that he spewed on his platform. I hope Peter will do that for his own atefongola molia nyame, molia respect nyame. Peter should not let this just slide. Peter Gomez, you owe it to the Gambian people because Brahmaji Sankare spewed those lies on your medium. Of course, the words didn't come from you. You could have challenged him, but you said you didn't want to interfere with his answers. But now that you have heard from Brikama Area Council, and now evidence is out that what Ibrahim G. Sankare said is a blatant lie, I think professionally you should invite him again and pose those questions. Would he apologize to the Gambian people? And again, is his position as government spokesperson tenable? Peter, I know you studied in Germany. I think you have got a lot of training with Radio Deutsche Welle. You are a veteran journalist. You know, in most countries where a public officer deliberately decides to mislead and spew lies to the citizens, that person's position would become untenable. And I would be glad. This is not about being politics. This is not about being me, say who say you should be or not. You should ask Peter, you should ask Ibrahim Sankare whether his position is tenable, the fact that he has lied. And I think what Joka said is true. Brikama Area Council should not just stop at that press release. I think they should take legal action against Ibrahim Sankare. Brikama Area Council should file a lawsuit against Ibrahim Sankare. Ibrahim Sankare and others, that's the way to teach them lesson. He needs to be taught a lesson. Maybe once that is done, then I be kululale, I have found humble. Because Ibrahim Sankare is far from the word humble. His attitude is far from that word. He has no iota of humility in him. He is outrageously arrogant. Allah barakabak me program kumfala janne for what he do. Allah barakabak. Thank you.
be bota maili tu ite be den kili jumale lala ni useri fata dami nte jukuna nyanta fala jele Mandela do buoke Gambia bebe jelila Gambia bebe se ore Lumena Mandela minada wolunta be pipeline Birinda ho sanka julojita akonte nganta tube wolumolu bere kampata bari wolya mamari mulo woli ba mamari mulo ala be nyinkela manso be nyinkela ale bonsajele keme so nyame nyolibe no ko njaay wolle fala sonko nyolibe ale bonsajele ayeji Aji ya mose kabadia, aji sukana kabadia, biwo ibedi alede, iya biwo ibedi ale, iye amaru badi ale, amaru sane badi ale, iya mini masi badia, iye la mini masi badia, kemosi se bedia, kemosi se badia ale, iya la jukonde badia. Na tuja lokema alaji fonte badia biwo bedia bunne ye majamba bojambadia ye boja sangaraka malike malem makulu saleke ma ye biwa badia bunne ye suku singate jula ye suku badia de singate julo badia turoda badia bedia bunne ye biwo bedia bunne ye biwo bedia bunne ye wali mabadiale Ibrahim badiale ibasha kuwalma biwa badiale de ye Ibrahim badiale